this will work the way I want it to. Probably will, but I have no faith in my own ability to stream. Ever tell you guys, I once ran an entire session, I think it was like 2-3 hours or so. I think Rue was there actually, where my voice didn't capture the entire stream. Everyone
All
else's
they
voices
heard
did.
I remember.
else
I think I
answering
remember.
you.
I think I remember a long time ago you setting up like a Subnautica stream where that happened, where we could
Oh,
only
yeah.
hear
That's
the
a
person who
nightmare.
was.
Oh yeah,
Where
yeah.
people could only hear the person that was in the Discord call with you, but they couldn't hear you specifically.
Yeah, because my microphone, the thing decided that my microphone just didn't exist, and so I I did an entire, like, it was one of the, I think it was the semi-final episode of that series as well, not the Subnautica one, but the D&D one. I think Subnautica one was like the first episode, but for my D&D it was like the semi-final episode of that entire series. There was no voice from me, and I listened back to it and I went, fuck. I was so mad. What the hell is, why is
That's
my
just a
mic?
straight up nightmare for me.
It was.
That's why I have things like I check my stream multiple times.
That's why I
oh,
now
God.
listen to it actively while I'm streaming.
Oh, and let's
Oh,
not
I would
even
never be able
forget.
to do that.
And let's not even forget those streams that you ran a long time ago where audio was fine during the stream, but when you saved it for some reason the audio was just gone.
Oh god, yeah, what was that, Colty? Episode 12 and 13 of the new Jump Chain? Yeah, and then Shifting Fates, episode, I want to say 38.
It was Aferin's introduction
It was,
episode.
yeah, when we introduced Dakota God, Colty's character to my previous campaign, halfway through the campaign, the audio completely fucked up. And we had to do we had to do like an animatic for it instead.
I think it was me. I think I bring a curse.
You weren't even in the episode of the old Jump Chain that fucked up my voice. So yeah, I'm the main consistent. So it might be my curse. I have been running this shit for 6 years, so might be mine. But now I double check everything. But hello and welcome as everyone kind of feeds into the chat, I suppose. I added a new thing for you guys. I mentioned this to Ania yesterday, but I had a new thing for all the viewers in the chat based off of something I saw from my friend Mirror and my friend Wazi, both Australian. Go check them out if you guys want to. But is a thing, and I'm also going to see if this works. Yeah, that works. But it's a thingy where if you go into the channel point redeems, there's a one called Add to Your Shelf. It's basically a daily check-in, and you guys can kind of check in and say you're here, and I don't know, be happy, I guess. And it should work. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, it's not working. Hold on. Do I have to have this thing
I redeemed
open?
it.
I appreciate. Let me. Hi, Pocket. Okay, my thingy is now open. It's very good to know if I have to have it open or not. Okay, it's open. Try doing again, Story.
Good. All rewards claimed for this stream. Check again on next stream. Someone else will have to redeem it.
Ah, fuck. Why is it now?
Because you can only check once a day.
God, fuck. Okay.
It's worse. It says that for me too, and I haven't even redeemed.
Ah, hold on, I gotta fix it. This is why I double check. This is why I do this shit. Cause I don't. Hold on, wait. This is not relating to the stream, but that's okay. It's fine. It makes so I know how to do shit. Reward. Nope. Channel points. Yep. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just clicked the wrong button. I assume. Yeah. Limit number per. Yeah. That's what I did wrong. Okay. We're gonna turn off the cooldown real quick. Okay. Did that work?
I get all the books I want.
Okay. Hey, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to do it as limit per user. 1. There we go. Okay, that should work.
Snuck in a book.
You has book now, but it's just a daily. It's a daily redemption. So you're here. Oh wait, place new book on your show. Okay, yeah, no daily thingy, and it just allows you to be here and say, hey, I've been here for this many streams, and it's super sweet, and it just lets me know how consistently you guys are here. So it's always a fun thing. Plus, I like checking shit. So. And also, if you guys want to click the hydrate button, in theory, I fixed that shit too. I really hope I fixed it.
Do we want to do it again?
God, I think I added a cooldown.
Exploit it. Exploit it.
I might have added a cooldown. I hope I added a cooldown.
Exploit it.
Feel free to slap that if you want to. I think I did. I think it's called care package now. I think it's called care package now. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, cooldown of another minute.
Ah, damn. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. This is gonna ignore this. Ignore this, folks. Don't worry. I need to copy over my alerts.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Pay no attention to the insanity that arises. I don't even know where to put this shit. I guess I'll put this one. Oh, Colty, I'm not good at this.
Got this. Take your time.
I'll put over me. There we go. There we go. Okay, now someone click redeem. Using you guys as impromptu testing. Don't worry about it. Because I like having
the care package, or
the care package.
We're professional.
We're professionals.
5 seconds.
Ah, right. Shit, I did.
Nope,
now, eventually, I'll make this easier.
Here you go.
Hey, there we go.
Show some notes I have.
That looks like shit, but that's okay.
Quick, everyone else redeem it as well. Make him down his entire bottle in one sitting.
There we go. You know what? I'll put it right there. There we go. And I don't like. You know what? I'm gonna turn to 30 seconds because I can't turn to 30 seconds. I only have a minute. God damn it. Why do you suck so much, Steam? Or not Steam? What the fuck? Why did I say Steam? Twitch.
Have you been Steam lately?
God, yeah, you know, I want to redeem. It's okay. It's okay. You know, I'll do. Well, no, there's no way that I can turn that to be faster than 1 minute. So unfortunately, you all have to wait. But don't worry, Pocket. You'll get your chance soon enough. You know, I'll actually make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Anyways, now that we're done with testing stuffs, and yeah, Pocket, if you haven't already, you can do your and you can do your daily redeem as well for your book. And you guys can fill your bookshelves in the library as well. You know, it's lore reasons, guys. We're filling our bookshelves, our stories of our lives and shit. You just go into the redeems and you click add to your shelf. And that should do it. Oh, you're good. That's me tell shit. Just making sure it works, but hopefully it does. How are you guys doing today? I haven't asked that yet. How you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. Wait, me? Wait, hold on. Who are you asking that question to?
All of you guys.
Everyone? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Doing good.
The temperature has finally gone down.
Yeah,
that's what nervous but excited. This is pretty consistent with me, however.
Are you not boiling anymore, Nia?
It's still. Let me see. It's 89 degrees in here. It's under 90.
Wow.
God, you better drink some water, or I will throw some plushies at you.
That sounds cozy.
What was that, Zero?
That sounds cozy.
Fucking 89, Jesus. Having slept in 100 degrees before, no thank you.
You gotta realize I walk out into 100-degree weather, sit underneath the horse, and then I turn on a forge and I walk into that.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
I forgot that you're crazy.
How are you not boiled alive?
I sweat a lot, and the sweat eventually cools me off. You know, I don't think I've turned on my AC in my truck once.
I mean, to be
Fuck,
fair, that is
dude.
kind of what the sweat impulse is meant to do.
You better drink some goddamn water too, Cyril, or I will fucking hunt you down with a fucking sack of water. I don't know why I said sack. A gallon of water.
That's what that's what Switchel and pickle juice and all of that's good for.
Just like
fair.
I
I
just
do like
posted in
pickle
the
juice.
VC, just
Pickle
like I just
juice is
posted in the
nice.
VC chat. Stay hydrated. This is a threat.
Stay hydrated,
This is a
bitches.
threat.
Alright. Hello and welcome, dear patrons, to the Tables of Tartarus, a chapter of Purgatory Corner. Today I am your storyteller, Sinspeaks, and we shall be continuing the tale of Tyrant's Wrath. Come on in, take a seat, let your imagination run free. Activate the add a book if you have not. Welcome Ania, or Storyestry, Cyril, Gelmore, Dakota, Rue, and Sapphire to the story that we have today. Last that we left off, you guys interacted with the stable hand, who you did not ask the name of, who took Fluffy into the little stable down here on the bottom left. And you paid her twice as much, if not more, than she should have been paid, and she was very excited about that. Honestly, I'm pretty sure gold at this point is more money than most people in this entire town see in months, if not years.
I think canonically, like a gold is like more than a month's worth of income for your average NPC.
It's a lot of money.
See,
And
this is how you get people to like you. Okay?
you're taking notes out of Arthur's book.
Right?
Arthur just gave people fucking platinums, if I recall correctly.
We almost had
Damn.
infinite money in that game.
Did. But
Damn.
after you guys gave the farmhand some money and the horse as well as the carriage, you guys went over and talked to the sheriff, who you also didn't ask the name of. I feel like this is gonna be a consistent.
We were given his
pattern?
name.
Huh?
We were given his name.
Were you?
Were we?
Yeah.
For sure.
The guild master.
Did she
She
give you the
mentioned
sheriff's
him by
name?
name. I don't remember it because I have an awful memory for this.
Oh,
But-
fair.
Oh, I did not write it down.
Well, if they did
Well.
give you the name is Ian Cash.
Yankash. I don't remember that, but I
Oh
wrote
gosh.
it down.
I will
No.
write it in his thingy here. Ian Cash.
the name is Jan Kosh.
Eancash for those listening, by the way. Yankash. Almost all Dragonborns have a really, really harsh sounding name to them because of the way that their mouths are. Gilmar, for example, is a slight variation of it's a little bit more common tongue for most Dragonborns, but most Dragonborns say their names in more draconic tone. So almost all of them are like harsh syllables. I feel like I have more
Yeah.
examples, but I can't
Most
think of them right now.
Dragonborns, right?
Most Dragonborns, yeah. Except for the two that we have. But
Gilmore
most
was
of
just a shorthand for his full name, but
Yeah.
I guess I haven't even told you what that is, so I should probably do that.
eventually. But after that, and also last episode, you guys got to see a moon pool, which is what I'm going to label that because I like the sound of it, which threw most of you guys for a loop, and you guys experienced some interesting things, which reminds me, at some point after stream, Ania Gelmore, I'm trying to recall if anybody else looked in the pool. I don't think they did.
Looked in the pool?
Looked briefly.
Yeah.
I think everybody did except for me, right? Anyone?
Yeah.
I don't. Did Sapphire look?
Oh no, she didn't, did she?
I mean, I practically bathed in the damn thing. So.
You did bathe in the damn.
You did submerge yourself. Don't give us that.
You osmose that liquid, man.
But yeah, so Gelmore and Nia, remind me after stream. I need to send you guys a message on what specific, or workouts, what specifically you saw in the pool. As I said, it's basically what you would define as your true self, including your surroundings too. Whatever, for some people you're locked away, some people you're in a wide open field, and so on. So it's not just what you see physically as your appearance, it's also what you're wearing, shackles or armor or merchants' clothes or whatever have you, but it's also where you are specifically too. In a cage, in a prison, in a mansion, in the woods, wherever you think your character would see as their true self, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Yeah. But I meant to do it over the last 2 weeks, but I keep forgetting. So just to remind me
I feel
after
that.
stream, or type out during stream. I don't care, whichever one. But yeah, you guys did the moon pool. One of y'all bathed in it, nearly suffocated himself, but chose to walk out. And then the rest of you guys got spooked to shit. Rue got a nice loving hug from her god, and Dakota
Right.
felt like he just died for a second after he got into contact with his patron.
But I bet that's what he would have wanted, wouldn't it?
But eventually, you guys have gotten onto the road, just outside of the area. Guys, not quite set up camp, but you're basically just like you're like maybe 5 minutes outside the town, kind of planning what you guys are gonna be doing. It's I want to say midday at this point, probably noon, maybe 1 o'clock p.m. You guys have the tower to the east, which you're on the road for. Or you guys can go back into town, only a couple minutes away. Or you guys can do a couple other things, wherever you guys want to do. Run free.
So the
Alright.
party did talk amongst themselves about the situation, right?
Mhm.
Like, how are we addressing that?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, right. I should probably state that too. So, or you guys can restate it, if you guys want to.
Uh, I believe that our plan was to kind of like split up. That some people would go and talk to the lady in the stables, see if she knows anything. Maybe talk to some other people too if they want to, but you know, if they feel quirky. And then the rest of us would go and search the tower and like the area around it, see if we can figure out what these bandits are about and whatnot, see if we can find anything.
Yep.
I think the teams were split up to Cyril and Rue were thinking of going into town while the rest of us start going on ahead.
That sounds about right.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Sounds good to
Okay.
me.
Yeah, because if there's gonna be big bad trouble, the tower is where it's gonna happen the most, I imagine.
Okay. So
Unless the lady in the stables turns out to be way more powerful than we thought she was.
she's a shapeshifter.
Something.
She's a hag.
Not again.
No, Rue already did like a little sense motive, so she should be okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So you guys talk amongst yourselves a little bit. You guys kind of figure out, probably going into this place without much knowledge of what's going on would probably be somewhat of a bad idea. Currently, you guys don't know a whole lot about the tower aside from there's a bandit group that kind of wanders around, and there's a couple who are possibly still in there, or the scouts just missed them on the various times that they passed on by. So you guys kind of split up a little bit. Rue and, do you say Cyril?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rue and Cyril are going to go back into the town, possibly checking up on Fluffy, or talk to the sheriff. There's a couple other folks in here, which I haven't mentioned before, but obviously you guys can find that going through. And then the rest of the group is going to head on to the main tower. So we're going to look at Rue and Cyril first. So you guys kind of split up from the group. They start walking their way, and you two start walking back into town. As I said, about 5 minute walk from where you guys were back into town. Again, everyone just kind of gives you like a side eye. Considering it's just the two of you now, they don't really start like closing their doors or anything like that, but they definitely give you a wide berth.
Okay.
I have to admit, I'm not exactly used to not having to step around people.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, the hustle and bustle of the city. There's normally lots of people around. But
Oh.
here I can just walk in a nice straight line.
Oh, that's true. Or you could decide to curve it off a bit. She starts sidestepping across the whole street. People are like, what the fuck?
Yes, I suppose we could do that, yes.
Slip and slide and slip.
Would you rather talk to the young lady, or would you rather I talk to the young lady?
Well, I'm sure I'm very nice to talk to. Um, maybe I will need some help. Sometimes people take the things I say the wrong way. Who knows why?
Yes, sometimes Tom can say things that we didn't intend to say. I can talk to her, seeing as she's taking care of Fluffy. So,
Oh,
I suppose it would make more sense that I would talk to her first.
we could try if you want to.
Oh, you guys did walk past this house, by the way, which was the one that they mentioned, was, broken to some degree. And yeah, it definitely looked like someone had chopped off the top of the roof and just fucking all of it collapsed, basically. So they're fixing it up still, but a lot of the remnants of it are still there. They pretty much took off the top half of the roof after it had collapsed, and they're just slowly putting it back together. So you guys do walk past that as you're going back to the stables.
I do like that we sent the most intimidating person and the most memory lapse person to do the talking and information gathering.
I was gonna say, I think I have the worst charisma.
I actually don't know who has the worst charisma now I think about it. You might.
I have it.
Oh, -2? Does anyone beat -2?
Oh my god.
I think that's no one.
I think you have the worst, yeah.
Anybody have a -2? -2, anybody? -2.
-2, -2. There are multiple charisma base, and then I think Cyril, you said you had 10? Oh no,
Yeah,
you have 14. You have 14.
Oh.
So you have a decent amount of charisma. You have a decent amount.
There you go.
I think Aura has the second lowest charisma at 8.
No, I definitely have a 10.
Do you? Am I looking at the wrong person?
I would say so.
How do you have a 10 charisma? You're a paladin.
I'm a physical-based paladin.
Oh, wild. Okay. Oh, I probably didn't adjust your Notion stats. Yeah.
I don't need charisma to smite the shit out of something.
That's what I feel. Well, as long as we're not trying to like intimidate or persuade someone, we're good, right?
God.
Who knows? There was one time and he kind of runs a hand. He kind of starts to run a hand over the top of his head, but it like meets the antlers, and he sort of just like slowly pulls it down. There was a time when I was charming, I suppose.
Oh, I think you're very charming right now.
Oh,
she gives 2 thumbs up.
You're too kind.
No.
He was the Riz master when he was younger days.
Oh.
Many years ago.
A long time ago. He rizzed
totally
up his friends.
He's totally the type to like talk about like how when he was younger he used to get all the ladies and whatnot.
Back in my Yelden days.
Back when I was a child.
Good lord.
Cool.
All right, so you guys get into the farm the I guess it would be stables. Is there a difference it's like stables and barn mutually exclusive, or is it like
So, like
can they be interchanged?
in this instance, it would be more like the livery barn. But you can kind of use it interchangeably when it's basically just being used to house horses.
Okay. So you guys get into the barn slash stable area, and you do see the woman that you didn't ask the name of. We won't call her farmhand until you ask her name.
Hmm.
Or stable girl, I guess. But you guys see her. She is small, by the way. Let me read her description real quick. Where's my fucking Notion? Why is my Notion never up? I have my whole notes on Notion too. I never
It has
have
come to my attention. I can deny it no longer.
It's come to my attention.
I am small.
There she is. So she is a very small girl. She stands about 4'9". She has very small and slender frame. You do notice that as she's like brushing the horses and stuff like that, she does have a lot of muscle under her general form. It's very hidden because a lot of her clothes are baggy, but you can just see the way that she moves the brush. There's a lot of muscle that's hidden there. Mostly comprised of lean muscle. She has a skin-kissed hue for her skin, so it's very gentle, I guess almost farmer's tan, kind of. It's dyed with freckles that spread across her nose and cheeks. She has wavy, chestnut brown hair that she keeps tied back in neat braid. Though very often, most of the hair just kind of whisks around her face, especially as she's cleaning. She doesn't really have any braids aside from really, really simple, what are they called? Oh my god, I have one in my hair. Hair ties. Very simple stuff that's just keeping her hair in place for the most part. And she has very warm eyes. She typically wears very simple, practical clothing, especially for working in a stable. She wears leather boots, nice loose cotton shirt, and stuff like that. And she's just kind of standing there brushing Fluffy. She's taking amazing care of Fluffy. Fluffy's coat looks really nice, and Fluffy is doing the equivalent of a horse smiling, whatever that might be.
That sounds horrifying, actually.
Don't worry, it does have human teeth.
Thank God.
But it looks very happy, well taken care of. She's just kind of brushing. You guys been gone for like probably 30 minutes at this point. So she's just gently brushing through its coat. There's a couple of horses behind her. It's either stables, either napping or eating some hay or wheat or whatever have you. And she's just gently brushing. She sees you guys. She's like, "Oh, hi. You're back already?"
Well, just wanted to check some things out. By the way, I don't think we asked your name.
Oh, I'm Alice.
Alice.
Alys, by the way.
Oh.
Alice Fairweather. That's what she'll call herself.
Alice?
There you go.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well. I don't think I ever caught your names. Usually adventurers, they kind of leave before we have much discussion. They give me the horses, I take care of them, they come back or they die, and the horses move on.
Oh.
I can tell by looking at him you've been taking better care of him in the past 30 minutes than I admittedly have been in the past couple of years.
I've been doing this for a very long time, but he seems happy. He definitely appreciates the care that you've put into him so far. He's just I've been doing this for a very long time.
Have you been living here all your life?
Oh yes, I was born here, and I was born to the blacksmith. Hold on. I was born to the blacksmith. My father Tom. He passed away a few years ago. So we have a different blacksmith right now. but he raised me here with my mother, and she's the village steamtress. And I mostly take care of some of the farm work. I help with the animals, and I sometimes work on the farm itself. But most of the time, I'm not very good with the tools, you know. So I take care of the horses. Most animals, they respond well to me. So that's typically where I go.
That is a good skill.
My condolences for your loss.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm. We were asking about this area.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to like adventurers very much.
Oh no. Um, we've had a few, let's say, bad run-ins with some adventurers. The last 2 years. Um, my father he liked to say that adventurers come and go, but their weapons always remain the same. It's an old saying of his. That's, we get many travelers over and over again. But what the reasons that they come here are always the same. They're looking for glory or gold or just to help the town and such. But they always have a reason to come by. No one really visits us without a reason for it. So oftentimes when people see adventurers coming in, they know it's usually because the adventurers have to come in. There's a fight going on, or they're getting some money as a protection job, or whatever have you. And it sometimes it works out well, and sometimes they're high and mighty and think that they deserve the world. So they've gotten a bad rep the last couple of years.
See,
So that's the only. It's because they're focused on themselves. That's just the reason why the town doesn't like them.
For the most part, yeah, we have a very community-based town, and we like to take care of each other as best we can, but we're not fighters. And so we know that we have to have people coming by to protect us, especially considering, the sheriff's really the only folk that kind of takes care of us, shall we say. Um, one, one, one big reason that most of the town dislikes it is a couple years ago we had a really bad run-in with a group that was sent over here to protect us from a bandit um, uh, group. And as it turns out, we found this out after the sheriff went hunting for them. It turns out they made a deal with the bandits that they would come by, start attacking, and then that group of adventurers would come stop them, and then they would get paid. And they would come by every couple of months and do this. And obviously that's a bad thing. And ever since that day that we kind of found out the adventurers were making a deal at, the expense of, well, us, and end up with a couple of deaths. Um, let's just say the villagers don't see people the same.
how long ago was the last set of adventurers that came through here?
I believe it was about 7 months ago, if I recall correctly.
And the
They
ones before?
were one before that, 4 months, I think. It's not very often that we get attacks, but that's because the bandits are part of the Crimson Talons, and they don't tend to come our way very often. They stay more of near the Elysian Glade.
What? Does anyone in the town seem to have some sort of relationship with the bandits?
Not really. Most of the people in here have been, were raised here, and they grew up here, born and raised, I should say, and most of them hate the bandits as much as one another. Most of the time when folks come in, they just dislike them. When the sheriff came in, I think he's been here for about 20 years now. I was told that he had a very not super warm welcome. As adventurers have been popping by for years and years and years, but he's rough and gruff. But if you get to know him, he's really nice.
Why did
I
they
mean,
not have a warm welcome from the town when the sheriff arrived?
Dragonborn are wanderers, and we don't see them very often. You may notice we're mostly human here. It's because a lot of other races just kind of don't come by very often. But we hear tales of the viciousness of Dragonborns, and we've seen it more often than not. And so when he came by, gruff, tough, looking like he'd kill someone before he talks to him, people always thought that he would be a danger more than anything else. And he kind of proved it a little bit, but from what I was told, this is before I was born, but he came in because, I don't know, some bandit had come in. I think it was like a bandit captain, I think, or something like that. It was a very big and tough. I believe it was a Leonin who had decided that thievery was the best course for him. And he had come in. He was trying to get some food and trying to get whatever we had. And the sheriff just happened to come along, and he walked up and well, I wasn't told the details, but the Leonin stopped walking after that day, and after that point, Sheriff just started coming by more frequently. He started watching over the town, started making sure we were okay and chatting with us. And he started building some of the houses with us, putting his dragonborn might. She kind of like raises her arms and kind of flexes them a little bit, demeanory. And she says, he's flexing his dragonborn might and fixing up some of the houses. And he's helped build most of the stuff here, or at least replace it and fix it and stuff. So, but they always thought that he'd be kind of scary and spooky, and then he was, and then he was nice.
So did he ever? So he wasn't ever any harm. He didn't threaten anyone or was mean or to anyone.
Oh no, he sometimes jokingly starts yelling at some of the kids when they run by, but we all know it's in good faith. And the only people he ever attacks is the people who attack us first. And I mean, if you killed someone, whew, he don't stop. My father was a really good friend of his for a long time, and well, that bandit party that I was talking about that made money with the adventurers. They they kind of killed my dad when they came by. He was one of the only casualties of that. And when the sheriff found out about that, he went to track him, and that's how we found out about the whole ordeal. And well, I don't really know what happened to the adventurers or the bandits, but I think he killed all of them.
Well, we'll take your vouch into consideration.
He's
For
very
the
sweet. He's very nice. He's just passionate, and when you cross him, he doesn't let it last for very long. She gives a very soft smile at that.
So, do you know anyone who would know about the defeated bandit captain?
No, not really. I mean, the sheriff might, but he tends to be kind of closed off about it. He doesn't like talking about that time. But all the other villagers, we most of them just like to stay out of the way. We have a nice little community here, and we make our food, and we make our houses, and we got enough to live off of and live by. We just kind of want to be left alone most of the time. She kind of pats Fluffy's back a little bit. She's like, "I've always liked animals, um, and I'm hoping that one day I get to go to Harmonious Haven and kind of visit them and see all the more animals out there. But I'm the only one in the town who really wants to leave the town. I got stuff to do here, so that'll be a little bit while now."
Well, it's not too far away. You could always just go and come back.
it's a little bit of a travel, unfortunately, and the roads have been getting more dangerous. So we'll see.
Speaking of,
Mhm.
have there been have you had any problems with the bandits recently?
Not aside from the ones that were mentioned. The sheriff was saying that there was some problems rising up around the town, a little ways away. Um, the watchtower, for instance. Um, they've been saying, some of the scouts have been saying that the bands have been kind of going in there a lot lately, and it's a little bit too close for comfort for most of the villagers. So that's been kind of a problem. Um, but none that have gotten into the town. They tend to stay away from us if possible. Mostly because the sheriff is, he's a real big deterrent for anyone who knows him.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And why do you
See,
ask?
just trying to figure out what's going on. Something felt not sure. Something felt different.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, it is kind of odd seeing you guys here. I wasn't aware that we had sent out a message. Normally
Right.
we have a scout running over to deliver our mail or curry requests and stuff, but usually that goes along with our shipments of food and other materials and stuff. And we haven't sent out
Hmm.
that shipment yet, and we haven't had any big problems. So I figured the sheriff kind of called you guys in just in case, because the watchtower.
No,
Hmm,
I don't believe he did.
odd.
I
Well, I'm glad you're here,
appreciate.
anyways.
So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
No, not a problem. I don't really get to talk to a whole lot of folks here, aside from a couple of the other farm folks. But um, I'm kind of the odd one out. I always like animals more than people.
Well, I appreciate that. If you do make it to Haven, just ask for Cyril Ildovich, and I will be able to help you find at least some place to stay.
I appreciate it. I might go along with the net shipment. It shouldn't be too long from now, but yeah.
Oh, is it soon?
Oh yes, we finished our wheat harvest just recently, and we have a couple other grains that we typically put in the same one. We mostly work in grain, and then we have a couple of cows that are gonna need to be butchered here soon, and we have a fresh supply of eggs that we need delivered before they go bad, and other things like that. So we have it'll probably be another week or two. Couple
Hmm.
chickens that have grown old that we need to take care of here soon as well.
Do the
Hmm.
bandits usually come here before the shipments are made?
No, the shipments depend on the weather and the seasons, and how nice the ground is, how nice nature is to us. We believe that the ground holds a lot of secrets, and nature speaks to us, and
What is the
so
ground telling you right now?
um it's kind of more of a feeling you get. We had a really really good harvest this year, at least for our wheat, and usually that means it's going to be a really good year. And usually, if we have a bad harvest, bad things follow. We get hungry, or we have a little bit of supply that we keep, but not usually too much. If we really need some, we can always ask the Haven, but we we always depend on the food we grow. And the bandits, they don't know when we're gonna get our food, because neither do we. We keep a consistent supply as best we can, and sometimes we have to trade. But the bandits usually just come for whatever they can really see. Sometimes gold, sometimes food. It's one of the reasons we don't keep a large storage, is because every time we have, bandit parties come in and try taking it all.
Who is the scouter that you tell?
Oh,
The one that knows when to sell the food.
So we have a couple of scouts in the area. Most of them they're just basically what would you call it? They're just folks that like running, basically. They do a lot of the picking for the farm, and one of them, John or Joran. One of them, Joran, he's a nearby farmhand as well. He takes care of the other half of the farm. I usually take care of the closer half near the town. He takes care of the other half, and he works. He's in the house over there, and usually he's one of the fastest runners in the town the town. So we usually send him along if we ever need to deliver messages or anything like that really fast. He has incredible stamina, and
does he now?
So fuck you, sir.
Wow. Wow.
Hiding my laugh.
Fucking broke me right there.
Would you attest to that claim? Oh no.
She's going to ignore that statement.
Oh, he's around here. Okay.
Just
He gets
shoots you
around.
like a look or something.
But yeah, she's like, he has a lot of stamina. He tends to go with the shipment, or tends to deliver the flyers. He should be probably working on the farm right now if you want to go talk to him. It's a little bit of a bit away. The farm is rather large.
But he's the one that would most likely be taking most of the deliveries.
Mm-hmm. If we ever need a shipment, if we ever need a delivery of mail to get to the Haven really fast, he's the one that we send.
Okay. Thank you very much.
She nods. Anything else you'd like to know?
No, I think we've spent enough of your time today.
Nah problem.
Very much appreciate it.
Always happy to help. She just kind of starts going back to brushing the very matted coat of Fluffy.
Rue starts taking notes as she does a little wave goodbyes. They kind of skedaddle, making sure to underline Joran. He is over there, and he has great stamina.
Wow.
Challenge him to run. Oh boy. All right.
We'll speak with Joran.
I think that would be a good idea.
I think so, yes.
But based on how far away it sounds like he is, we should move a little quicker than a walk.
Oh. Well, I can definitely start going some exercise.
Certainly, yes.
Fucking start sprinting as the 9-foot tall behemoth is sprinting through the town.
I've got a 40-foot walking speed, so at a dash, I'm going like 80 feet.
Jesus Christ. Fucking clearing this entire area. Alright, well, you guys do that. We're gonna go look at the scene. Yeah. There we go. I want to look at the other group. So, Sapphire, Dakota, Gelmore, and Ania. You guys have been walking for a little bit now. Probably maybe about an hour or so. And you guys come across this watchtower. It is fucking decrepit as hell. I mean, it is just broken down, is the flora has crawled all over it, moss, general leaves. Most of the trees around are not even near it. But you see a couple of tree stumps that are nearby, and it's some of them are like broken. Some just never grew very well. The entire area looks, for lack of a better term, desecrated, basically. Most of the stone is broken. Somehow it's still standing, but it doesn't look particularly stable.
When I first heard that they were expected to be within the watchtower, I would have assumed it would have at least looked like it was in working order.
Perception roll.
Fucking drinking water, Jesus. Feel free.
I would like to look for signs of activity around the watchtower or disturbances in the ground.
That's so funny.
Perception roll.
When you said that, like, I had imagined some type of, like, highly sketched out photo of you, like, with a straight face. With, like, have you seen those ones with, like, the scary look on your face? Like, oh, what the fuck?
Perception check.
Oh.
Average roll for a high roll.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Alright, with a 16, you guys kind of walking around the front entrance, basically. Hi, Chisian, welcome to the stream. You guys walking around the area and start kind of trying to see how much activity there is. With your fucking eagle eyes of God, your passive works very well for you to see there are some pretty much disturbances around the area, be it animals or humans, you're not quite sure, but with that perception check, you are noticing footprints, specific foot traffic, and you are seeing, they're very light. They're probably bandits who've been doing this for a long time. They're not heavy on their feet, so they're probably not soldiers or people wearing anything particularly heavy. So probably, you would say probably ranged individuals or spellcasters or very, very light-footed people have wandered into this tower, which makes sense considering the tower looks liable to fall apart if you take a sledgehammer to it. It's not going to fall apart like with a wind or anything like that, but it's stable enough to walk on. It's not stable enough to treat it like a bounce house, if that makes sense.
Right. Can I tell which direction the foot traffic is coming from? Is it all coming from one place, or is it just like whatever?
It's pretty much whatever. It goes in, and then they all go through this little archway. But then you can see when it comes out, there's like both sets of footprints going in and out. When it goes out, it disbands. So left, right, forwards, it just kind of fans out, basically.
I'm just milling about, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely been some activity here. It doesn't seem like a lot or anything like soldier types. It is strange that there's nothing just outside the tower, though. It seems a little bit too old to be working inside that. It'd be scary.
Hmm.
Well, I'm not much of a stone mason, but I suppose there is the headspace hub. He just places a talon against the sidewall. It stood this long, so perhaps it will stand for them as well.
Hmm.
How would you all like to approach this? Should we just go inside? I could send Lafari.
I'd say send a little Lafari first. Just cause in case there's anywhere certain we want to go through. Going right through the front door seems like, if we're supposed to be wary,
Okay,
Worst comes to worst, I do volunteer to wander in the front door if you need a distraction.
Yeah. Well, let's send the little Lafari first, just in case we need a distraction,
Okay, so I'm going to
Very well.
use very well. I'm going to use Wild Companion, which I believe takes one slot of wild shape.
Yep.
So Ania focuses, and in front of her materializes, or like seems to phase in from another dimension perhaps, is a small bat-like creature with a little bit like a mix between a tarsier and a bat. A little bit of monkey features, big eyes, sort of like one of those small little monkeys you would see at night.
Oh.
And Sin, would you like to describe them?
Yes, once I remember where you
I
sent
mean,
it.
didn't you? I was gonna say, didn't you post an image of it somewhere? Couldn't we just pull that image in or onto the stream page or something like that, just so that everyone else can
That
see?
is the... Yeah, that'd be good. There is like a base image of what the race looks like. I don't know if because Sin's going to be controlling Afari, so I don't know if the Far themselves has any like unique traits.
Could you resend it to me if you could?
Oh yeah, I had actually brought it up, so let me see if I can grab it here.
Okay.
They are called Windlings,
Oh, right.
and they are very cute. Let me post this to you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 1 second faster than you.
Ah!
Sorry, hacked it down.
You're good.
He's like, I tracked it down.
I tracked it down, guys. I found the currents. And then on just one moment. I swear I'm faster at this normally. It's okay.
Oh, those cute little things.
They are
Yeah.
adorable and terrifying.
Oh, come on. That's just
Sin, you have no
adorable.
taste. We've established this.
You knew this a long time ago.
That's just
let's see.
straight up adorable.
I was gonna say, I look at this and the only thought that crosses my mind is Megabats, aka vegan sky puppies, basically.
There we go.
Cool.
Do that, and then we're gonna slap in that. There we go. Don't worry about how big that is. It's fine.
And I'll send you this as well, Sin, so you know their abilities.
There we go. So I'll shove this over here for now. I'll put them right next to, I don't know. Put them there. Don't worry about that just yet. Okay. So I'll leave that on the screen for a little moment. But basically, yeah, it's like a weird little tiny bat that also has proper phalanges, which is odd, and almost mouse-like eyes, which is also kind of odd to me. But it's cute. It's creepy, but it's cute. Double check it real quick. Okay. I forget, does this one... I think this is one that could talk, right?
It can talk, but only... I think it only knows Sylvan.
Yeah. So you'll pop it up as 10 intelligence. Oh, it's actually average intelligence too. So you'll pop up and you'll hear in Sylvan, and anyone else who speaks Sylvan, which I believe Sapphire does. You guys can also hear it speak. Do you pull it out of plane of existence? I forget.
I believe we agreed it was like in its own plane.
Oh, right, okay.
And then whenever I summon, I can just pull it out of the plane. I think that was your ruling on that.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can put it into its own pocket dimension, or you can pull it from the Feywild, depending on which one you want to do. So you pull it out of effectively Feywild, and it kind of flaps in place for a second, and it kind of looks at you and goes, "Hi."
Afari, how have you been?
I'm okay. I'm
I haven't.
kind of depressing place.
Go ahead.
No, really? Sapphire was just talking to us about it. I heard it was really interesting.
He kind of like looks around, and he's like, "You guys live here."
Oh, you meant this place was depressing.
Yeah.
Well, that's because see that tower there? It hasn't gotten any love recently.
Oh,
So it's very depressing.
sad
Mhm.
tower.
Very sad tower. I need you to do a job for me. Are you up for
What's
it?
the job? Yeah. What's the job?
We need to be really sneaky, and you need to scout in that tower and see what's going on in there. And I'll be with you as eyes and ears.
Ah, okay. So I go into the tower.
Yeah.
And then I bite someone in the tower.
No.
Oh.
Not unless they're being really mean.
How much is really?
Like if they're hurting another person who should not be hurt.
Oh. What if they hurt rocks?
Do you like rocks?
I like rocks. Rocks is fun. Yeah.
In order to get small rocks, sometimes you have to hit the big rocks. That's how you get the shiny rocks.
Yeah, that's true. I do like shiny rocks. Dull rocks nice too. And then the rocks you can throw, good rocks.
Very good rocks.
Good rocks.
But I will be with you, so you can always ask me in my mind if you need any questions answered.
Okay. It kind of looks at the tower and he just kind of starts floating towards it. Do. Sneaking along. He's in plain sight, by the way, as he's just hovering in the air, slowly flowing towards the tower.
Ania will have complete trust in Lafari and will look at the rest of the crew and be like,
I will not be able to hear or see while Lafari is in the tower.
I will ask, can Ania sense it if like her shoulder is touched?
Yes. So you can't hear or see, but you can still talk and you can still feel. Although obviously moving around would be incredibly difficult.
So I'll say,
I won't be able to see or hear, so if anything's going on out here, give me a good tap on the shoulder. Or pick me up or something. I'm pretty light.
Can't guarantee I'll pick you up, but I'll darn give you a good old shake.
I'll
Okay,
see what
maybe-
I can do. I'll just stay close, he just says, leaning up against the wall next to her, pulling out the green rune.
the green rune, okay.
I mean, you would technically know what this one is. This is one you've seen redirect attacks to other entities.
Ah, cool, okay.
All right. I'll start now.
And Ania will close her eyes and go very still, holding onto her staff. So she should be able to see and hear through Lafari's eyes, and they should, I think, if I read it right, have a telepathic connection.
You do, yeah. I believe within 100 feet, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
So you're just outside of the tower. So it's just kind of do. You can just kind of. It's a very weird feeling being in someone's eyes and ears. Very strange feeling. You have to adjust to it for a moment. But he's kind of just floating and flapping his way in. He sees everything in a weird hue. It's a little bit of a pink hue to everything. Which is just very weird for your eyes to get used to for a moment. But for the most part, as he's looking over it, the sides of the watchtower are just as decrepit as the area out here that you guys are staying next to. It looks stable. Like, you can kind of see that it's all pressing down on itself. It looks like it's decently stable. And he kind of like floats in through one of the holes, one of the windows here, kind of whispering to himself, sneaking through the tower time, sneaking through, and time to see. Do you use his perception or yours?
Ooh. Is that a choice I can make?
I don't know.
Or is that just how the spell?
Let me look at what your class says.
Gaining the benefits of any special senses the familiar has. It does not say anything about perception, though.
Okay, my assumption is that wild companion, if you gain his senses, I assume that you use your own as well as his. He does have dark vision up to 60 feet, which is good. Otherwise, you'd be seeing jack and shit. So feel free to roll me a perception check real quick as you go in.
Oh, okay.
I won't be using your passive because you're actively looking.
Okay, so let me see. So do I just do a normal perceptional?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
More specialized.
Wow.
Fucking
For
hell.
a
My
split second,
brand.
you see. For a split second, you see a grid on the floor and 7 titans standing around you.
So
My brand.
you float in. That wow. All right. You float in, and through the darkness, you like your buddy Boo. Let me you know what? Let me roll his 1-2 real quick. Yeah, your buddy Boo doesn't see jack shit. He's just kind of floating. He's kind of whispering to himself, sneaking through, and kind of like looking left, looking right, and doesn't seem to notice anything. You immediately, fucking without hesitate, without even the slightest bit of missing anything, you see someone run from one side to the other, making almost no sound. It's to the point where your flying bud does not see them at all. They're in the shadows. They're crossing the room. They are they're doing an amazing job. Let me show you the inside, by the way. Once it allows me to. There we go. So this is what it looks like inside, by the way.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a very large chamber that has several cages strung up from the ceilings. All of it is old, covered in moss. It's fairly large. There's wooden bridges connecting two sides. It looks like there might be a dungeon at the bottom. It's a very decrepit, old, kind of broken watchtower. And as your bird flies in, or your
They can watch their lives pass before their eyes.
pretty much. As a YM flies in and looks around and knocks out some cobwebs, it sees nothing. This guy had a really high roll of 21.
Oh.
But you see this nearly imperceptible, or nearly invisible guy.
Imperceivable.
Imperceivable, thank you. Inconceivable. Nearly imperceivable guy running from one side of the area to another, very obviously keeping track of your Wyrm. And your Wyrm has no fucking clue. It's like, I'm sneaking, waiting for someone to hit fucking rock. Sneaking.
Okay.
Sneak. He's whispering it too. It's like no sound coming from him.
Mhm. I will telepathically tell Lafari,
Someone's there. They've seen you. They're sneaking around.
Shit. He kind of looks around. He like slowly like moves behind a pillar. He's like, I'm hidden. I'm in the darkness. I'm sneaking. Am I sneaking? Kind of peeks his head
You're
out.
not invisible yet.
Shit. Slowly peeks his head out, and you can see the guy across the way still looking at him. It's very hard to see him. It's about probably 40 feet away from you, but you can see him very clearly looking at your guys. Is he just like looks left, he looks right, or is it he or she? I don't remember.
I think we decided. I
Was
think
it
we
he,
decided
they?
she. I asked you that
Ah,
when we picked the name.
yeah. I think it might have been a she, they. I don't quite recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
she
think
looks
so.
left and
She-
right. She's like, huh, where's it? Where's it? I don't see it. Where is it? Is it gone?
I will. Ania will telepathically, like, give directions to the pillar, but also say,
Don't let them know they know you're there, or else
Ah.
they might attack you.
So, don't sneaky?
Sneaky, but pretend you don't know you're being seen yet.
Alright. Roll performance check for it real quick. Yeah.
okay. Is that just do I use my roll?
How
feel
does
free.
it pretend to not know it's being watched when it doesn't know where the guy is?
Yeah.
Does it get help? Oh,
Hilarious.
He's hiding. So she's hiding behind the pillar, right? And the guy is way down below her, but she's hiding behind the pillar, and she like peeks her head out. You say this, and she goes, "Gotcha. All right," and she like slides out from the pillar and just goes, "I'm not being watched by anyone," and so and starts slowly floating down towards the in the room. I'm still being sneaky. No one's watching me. And she's like looking around, clearly not being able to actually see anyone who's watching her. But she's just like looking around like, who's watching? No one's watching. This is normal. This is normal. You can see through her eyes. It's very hard because she's flipping her eyes back and forth, trying to find
Right.
whoever is looking at her. But you can see with that nat 20, the person kind of like sees her and then scoots off.
Okay.
Yep.
I will talk aloud to the party.
There's definitely someone in there. I can't really get a good look at them yet, though. It looks pretty decrepit in there as well. I don't really see any workshops or anything yet.
And let's see, let me look at the thing.
There's a lot of different
Nobody else?
places to go, too.
Well, from what I've heard, watchtowers are primarily made to be a space to be lived in and to see far, but little else.
There's nobody else. Just one person?
And Ania does not respond because she can't hear anything.
Oh, right. Shoot. Ah, dang it.
Dakota's just staring at her, waiting for a response, and it's just like, oh, right.
Kind of like snaps his fingers like, ah, dang it.
Shoot.
I love
You
how the
do
only two
see
people who are sitting here talking are the two idiots. Let's be real.
Sapphire just looking, watching, and smiling. Are you doing anything in particular, by the way, Sapphire?
Just waiting.
Fair. All right. So watching the two not so bright folks being like, yeah.
Try not to giggle at that.
So you can see through your familiar's eyes with slight difficulty as they're now floating in the middle of the area, just kind of slowly chanting, "Not being watched, is this normal?" Probably. And it's just kind of like slowly floating in the air. There are 3 separate areas that you can see. This middle area, which is mostly just a lot of nothingness. A lower area, and then an upper area. Both of which are out of range of your 100 feet.
Okay. So it's a pretty big. They said it was like a part of a keep that went decrepit.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty spacious place.
Mhm.
Okay.
The part that goes down, the
Which
low
way-
level, is definitely underground.
Okay. Which way did the person go, and where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
You don't know where they came from because you only saw them when they were moving from one pillar to another. But they essentially moved from this pillar, kind of in the middle-ish area, into another doorway, still in the middle area.
Okay, got it. So I will talk with Safari.
All right. Great job. Come on back.
Okay, I'm totally not fleeing. I'm totally being normal. Yep, this is me being normal. Okay, hopefully nobody's watching me, and then just like jets itself out.
High speed.
Whee! It has
And I
40
will-
fly speed, so it is pretty fast.
Zippy. All right. And Ania will open her eyes again and break visual connection with Afari.
I only saw one person, but it's a pretty spacious place. There seems to be an upper area, and it looks like it goes deeper underground. I think the person I saw is still in the courtyardish part of the watchtower. I couldn't really see farther, though.
I sneaked.
Yes, Safari did a very good sneaking job.
Except Lafari totally didn't, but I don't see.
I really wish I could track down a video right now. Oh well.
Mhm.
Do you suspect that will require a fair bit of caution, or do you think it's likely they already know we're here?
I'm pretty sure they know something weird is going on. I think they definitely spotted Lafari.
Mhm. Well, I guess it would be a rather weird sight at the very least, seeing a little bat fluttering about like that. Cute little pup, but does tend to stick out a little bit, you know?
You've
Ania
never
will tell
seen
Lafari.
bats in the day?
Hmm?
You've never seen bats during the day? He says, looking over.
Nope.
Above game, megabats actually are active during the day specifically.
Ooh,
Oh,
spooky.
really? Okay.
Yeah, they're like complete opposites of the smaller ones. They like fruits, they're active during the day, and they have great vision instead of good hearing.
Huh. That's kind of
Weird.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Ania will
Calm down,
tell
they're fruit eaters.
Lafari.
Dakota thinks
You're cute, and she'll point out Dakota.
Yay! Why?
because you're cute.
Yay! Wait, that's a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yay! This place is really
up.
depressing.
And she'll
Sapphire can't help
go
but
back.
laughing.
Oh, and
Oh, you just hear Sapphire start laughing.
Nia will take note of that. So Nia will continue in normal speech.
We could go ahead and go in since they know something's up. I don't think there's many people in there.
Well, if we're going in, I suppose I should
Might as
probably
well
take
go
the first few
in.
steps.
They already saw Lafari.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
be careful. I'm certain if they didn't know anyone's here a moment ago, they will as soon as one of us is inside. Just lifting up an arm to let you hear the slight clank. Especially me, he says, staring at it.
It's fair. It's fair. All right.
We
do
could
you guys make...
knock.
Good knock.
I'd rather try and do
Just
some
staring.
surprise attack if we could.
Just staring over at what I assume is a rotten door.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
That door is
suspect that.
eaten through.
I don't suspect anyone's going to hear if we try that.
All right, we going in with the Operation Shiny Gelmar.
I have no
I
better
have no
ideas at
objection.
the moment. He just says, stepping up to the door and just probably try to open it, but probably like halfway into it, just almost ripping a piece off of it.
Pretty much. I assume, Sapphire, you're going to try the more stealthy route of letting him go first than sneaking?
Yeah.
Alright, feel free to roll me a stealth check while you do that. So Gelmore, you
Since I'm not even trying to hide, can I give them advantage? Just I'm making so much noise it makes them quiet by comparison.
Sure, yeah. And for advantage rolls, you do like .1d20, and then I believe you do .adv?
I think you can just straight up roll, make the skill check, and then it should have a button for advantage
Oh,
afterwards.
she has on Discord, of course.
Right,
Discord.
right.
But yeah, so
Dash
Hey.
channel.
ADV, gotta be fancy.
1D. Wait, what?
I think
So
it's...
I'm doing the 1D20 and then that, or what?
Yeah, 1d20 plus your modifier, and then
And
period
and then
ADV.
okay. Wait, I have to put a period between 1D20, right?
Yeah, it's period 1d20 plus
Can't
modifier
forget the period.
period ADV.
+5. Where's the plus? God damn it! Where's the plus? There's the plus.
Your phone's like, I will avoid.
Dang, you got a +5,
Plus
maybe you don't even
5.
need that advantage. Holy crud.
+5 period ADV.
Yeah. I believe that's how it works for this bot.
No numbers, anything?
No, you should be good.
Okay. We'll find out if it works.
Hey, you got natural 1 as your bad roll.
Plus,
I
that
think
was
that
the
was
first one.
advantage.
Yeah, but still, holy crud.
All right,
boy.
natural 1 and a 4 for a
Yeah,
total
I'm
of
one of the
9.
sneakiest people. I've got +5.
I'm totally hidden. Shunk.
I will let Lafari hide in my mantle.
Cool.
Mhm.
So, essentially, Gilmore grabs the door and cracks it just by trying to open it. And Sapphire, at the same time, steps on what appears to have been a small landmine, or at least the trigger for it, but it doesn't actually explode into, anything actually explodey. It just makes a very, very loud pop sound as the door cracks.
Well,
All right, not a good start.
Anya will jump away, startled like a cat.
I was thinking maybe we could figure out where we were sneaking through first. Just slow down a second.
Look for a side room. We still probably don't know how many are here, he says, stepping in through the front.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for like a window or something before the cavalry comes in.
Door just cracks open in front of him as he walks through.
Oh boy.
He might just actively be trying to make his movements slightly louder, but trying to make it not look like he's doing that intentionally. Like
Beautiful.
slightly weighted steps.
Mhm.
Considering the
Uh,
bottoms of his boots are metal plated as well.
Mm-hmm. Alright, are there any like windows on like these things? Any like open spots on the walls?
Same as with the Weimling. There is that small window you could get through. It's about 20 feet up though, so a little bit difficult to get to.
Okay, so hear me out. So you know Eldritch Whip, right?
Uh-huh.
There is no technical reason that the tendril could only be used to thrash somebody.
That's a fair point. Yeah, it's a physical tendril, so you could Indiana Jones this shit.
Yeah, I'm thinking I use this as a full-on cowboy-esque lasso.
God damn. Sapphire, are you going along with Dakota on the side to be ever so much sneaky?
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Dakota, roll me a stealth.
Okay. Where's Ania going? Is Ania going with Gelmar?
I think so, yeah. Ania's just
Okay.
going in the front door.
Mm-hmm. Normal stealth check. Don't fail me now. Yes!
Nice.
Let's
oh,
go!
good job.
Now, normally when you do your whip thingy, it makes a whip crack because it's a whip. But you basically have it spin around and slam into the rock. So instead of it making the crack sound, it actually digs into the rock, muffling it. Which also gives you good leverage to essentially start pulling yourself up. Considering you have the rope, you're welcome to have Sapphire basically use it to rally herself up if you'd like, or you can climb and then have her follow.
Yeah. Alright, miss, you getting up here with me, or I don't have any strength, so I'm thinking I get up there and then I maybe, well, okay, no, wait, well, I could just leave it down. Well, I could throw it back down to you. Well, wouldn't be able to use myself. He just starts muttering to
Do
himself.
you have a rope above game?
Oh wait, do I have a regular rope? Actually, hold on, let me check.
I was gonna say most adventuring packs come with 50 feet of hempen rope. Most of them, but not all.
What are you saying, Sapphire?
I have actual rope.
Oh yeah, you pass it sometimes. Like I have regular rope too. Sorry, I just default to my gun.
Yeah, you just watched him pull out his gun, a weird tendril starts just kind of sliding out of the gun. You see him whip crack it upwards, making almost no sound as he digs it into the wall 20 some feet above, or actually probably like 15 feet above him, and he like digs it in there, and then he turns to you, and then you both just simultaneously pull out normal rope.
Sorry, miss, that one was on me. I can get up there and toss that there rope down to you or something like. Maybe tied to something else. I'm not exactly and I'm pretty happy. But this is all just my silhouette is mostly made of poncho.
I'm a
It's
poncho.
just a
You can
head.
find somewhere to tie the rope up there. I throw it down and we'll go from there.
Can do, miss. Hup. Hup.
You watch
Hup.
him slowly pull himself up with the coordinated grace of a Olympic gymnast and the ultimate arm power of a 2-foot midget. Very strange sight.
Of uncooked spaghetti.
Yep. He's very coordinated, though. The dexterity he has is astonishing. His arms just look like spaghetti that is trying desperately to be the form of a meatball.
Mm-hmm.
But he eventually gets to the top, pulls down the rope, you pull yourself up with way more grace, get to the top, roll up the rope and all that. And then you guys look down. You guys are probably up here, I would say. And then the rest of the group just entered the front entrance down there. Feel free, everyone, to roll me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Perception check.
Oh boy. Oh
Mine
wow,
wasn't
that was a
terrible.
lot higher than I expected.
God
Oh,
damn
dang.
you. Olivia gets a natural 20, and then she just gets a fucking 11.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a very high perception check. And then
Ooh.
the girls getting the low rolls, and Colty being the only outlier. Alright, so Gilmore, as you walk in, it's pretty dark. I don't think any of you in the party have dark vision. I don't think Dragonborns get dark vision.
Oh, should I roll for Lafari?
Actually, you're right. I don't think I do either. I need to double check though, just to be certain.
Lafari has a +2, so feel free to roll d20 +2. I'm not sure if Dragonborns have
Wait. Are you telling me that we've somehow built the only party in D&D without dark vision?
Oh,
Really?
I mean, I'm pretty sure wood elves get it, but I don't know.
No, I have dark vision.
Oh, right. Wait,
yeah. I'm like, don't someone else is in half elf. Yeah, I'm like,
half elves
I
get
mean,
dark vision?
To be fair, since I'm not trying to stealth, I could probably also make the argument that I pull out a torch or something, because I do have a few of those.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
half
so
elves do
funny.
get dark vision. Yep. Forgot about
That's
that.
so funny. One of them one team no charisma. The other team just one. I would have been funny if no one had it, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna say the moment I put
Maybe
foot in
Daddy
the
will say
building.
goodbye one more time.
I'm just gonna say the moment I put foot in the building and see how dark it is, I'm just gonna grab one of my torches and light it up.
Fair enough, fair enough. So you
The
pull out your
you guys
torch.
are hiding.
Team.
You pull out your torch and you light it, and pretty much the entire room is lit up by the flames of your torch. Let me turn down Sapphire a little bit.
Am I
But
taking
pretty much
assumption
the
that there's
entire
probably-
room.
I love you.
Am I taking the assumption there's probably unlit torches hanging around the space as well? I was
There
figuring I could
are
probably light them up so
couple.
it's easier to tell where we've come from, and so we can also tell if someone's been messing with them.
Yeah, so like right here, for example, this little pole would be a torch holder, basically. But you light up, and it lights up a pretty good area, definitely marking you as just a pinpoint, hi, I'm here kind of a ball of flame, basically. Dakota and Sapphire both see it.
Objective here. That is kind of his objective here.
Yeah, they both see it.
Lift you up, Snowball.
Dakota, you don't see a whole lot aside from Gelmore. Even with your 18, you still can't see in the dark. So you're kind of like seeing, but there's not a whole lot that you're looking at, which is you're like seeing vague shapes every now and again all through the area. While Sapphire, you can see mostly in the dark, 60 feet dark vision. But you're also just kind of seeing blurry areas. It's all gray. It's, most of the stuff, nothing seems to be moving. You see a bunch of cobwebs. You do see the cages slowly floating in the wind. And then Gelmore, as you're walking through with the torch and you're 18, you were looking around. You do, for a split second, see something out of the corner of your eye, but it passes.
He's just gonna make a slightly audible as he stares in the movement's general direction. I'm gonna step up to the general area and see if I can find any sort of indication for which direction they might have gone.
Okay. And the rest of you?
I'm just gonna turn to Sapphire and just all right, miss. Now there are a couple of ways you can go about this. I do have invisibility as a little spell thing, but I don't want to accidentally lose you in the midst. If there's somebody out here watching, if we chatter a bit, they might not see us. I'm thinking invisibility might work well. But I also cannot see very well for the life of me, so you're also going to have to communicate to me what's going on.
That works for me. Invisibility sounds our best bet at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, let me check how much this actually. To pull up my table things.
While you do that, I will be
cast
right
it.
back. I need to go to the bathroom. Entertain.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Second level. That's 3 points, so I can totally cast invisibility. Yep. There's my spell bit. Yep. Cast that. Mark that down. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I totally forgot I had invisibility until I checked my spell things.
Oh,
Are you casting that on just yourself? On Sapphire, both of you?
I'm pretty sure invisibility is a mono target, but she could decide to give it to someone else if she desires.
Yeah, that's what I. Wait, do I have to cast it at level 3 to get 2 people? It's been a bit.
Double check its description there. It probably has something, or it might have something at the very bottom that defines what it does if it's cast with a higher level spell slot. If there's nothing, it's the same.
Okay, yeah. When you cast a spell using spell slot of 3rd level or higher, I can target 1 additional creature, which means that actually took 5 spells. I am down quite a bit. But that's okay.
5 spell slots, holy crud.
Because
I am back. Spell points.
Yeah, Sunny's using a different system for warlocks.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, apparently casting invisibility at 3rd level takes 5 spell points, so now I have 1.
Well,
all you need is invisibility.
And that's why warlocks have Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Whip.
Plus side, that's invisibility for an hour, unless they make an attack.
No. So you cast invisibility on you and Sapphire. You can tell where the both of you are. She cannot, because you're concentrating on the spell. You essentially get an innate sense of where the people that you're concentrating are. She, however, obviously does not. So the both of you just kind of fade into darkness, more or less. Let me do something real quick. Cool. You do hear some shuffling, but nothing beyond that. Ania, what are you doing?
Nia will be focusing on where she initially saw the shadow that Lafari saw.
Okay.
She's sticking close to Gelmar. She's not really trying to sneak at all. She's just there.
Mm-hmm.
She's quiet for now.
Okay. Where you saw was across the wooden bridge. It's probably about 20-foot gap. And then the other across the bridge, there's probably 10 feet before you get to the pillars. And that's where you saw the people. You aren't seeing a whole lot over there. Hold on just a moment. Sorry. There we go. But you aren't seeing a whole lot over there. There's not really much that's going on. As Gelmore walks over to this area to your direct right to kind of see to kind of see the general way that the guys moved. Roll me investigation, Gelmore.
Ooh.
Crud, I'm bad at this. Wait, what?
Wow.
Whoa,
Yeah.
never mind.
With a -1. Natural 20, baby.
Oh.
So you're looking over the area, and you're not used to this. This isn't your forte. You're not very good at this. But it's kind of sticking out to you. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of dust in this area. So it's actually very prominent what's going on over here. You can tell it was two people that were here. One of which went to the upper areas. Another one went around and is still in the middle area. Probably keeping an eye on you.
He's just going to look down at the pile. Assuming Ania's in his torchlight, he's just going to hold up a hand directly next to it, holding up two fingers and hoping that she understands what the heck he means before proceeding to start seeing if he can see a direction for which the tracks might be going in the dust.
I'm assuming that you know so, Neil?
Oh, Ania notices, says nothing, and just follows Gelmar.
Okay. As you look around to kind of see where the tracks went, one of them distinctly goes upwards, and there is a staircase that leads directly up, probably to the roof. It's a very straightforward stairway that you can actually see from here all the way to the top. The other one seems to kind of mostly be sticking around the middle area, but you can't quite tell where that one is leading to. There's also another staircase that leads down into where this little pit is, under the bridge.
Hmm.
You're muted, Gilmore.
Sorry, I thought that was at Ania.
Oh no, that was at you.
Oh no.
Okay. So no indication for which specific direction the footprints have gone then?
No, just the two of them. One went absolutely directly upwards, and then the other one went around where you guys are, but you can't really be sure exactly where down here they went.
Well, best I can really think of doing is try and map out the bottom floor first, probably lighting up all the torches I can find.
Fair. There's a staircase that leads to the actual bottom floor. You guys would be on the ground floor, so you're welcome to go down there if you'd like.
I'll wait for a bit on that one personally, unless that's Neil wants to try and talk me into going further down or up or something at the moment.
Nope, Ania's just following Gelmar.
Fair enough. I guess I will be doing an investigation primarily on this floor for the moment then.
Cool. Feel free to do a perception check for that. And you're just kind of scouting out the...
I was about to say I'm okay at these, but holy crap. I just dropped my torch, I just lost my footing and dropped my torch down the pit or something, didn't I?
Oh goodness.
Here, do you have any fear? Does your character have any animal fear, like spiders or snakes or creepy crawlies or bats, bugs? etc.
I'm just gonna say go with spiders because that's a very common phobia.
Okay. And then considering that you're used to the mountain regions, probably you're not used to seeing spiders. So
Or I might be used to seeing giant spiders.
that's true.
I don't know.
So you probably like you turned you're looking at the pile of dust and you're like, okay, it's time to investigate this floor. You turn around, you look at Nia and you kind of like walk a little bit past her, and you kind of move your torch, and then suddenly, as you are moving kind of past Nia, she kind of like steps to the side, and you move slightly past her. You didn't realize that there was a very large spider web in your way. And by large, I mean it pretty much coated the area directly to your right, and you tried walking through it, and you just get covered in like tiny little spider webs. You just get covered in them. And you just see like a bunch of tiny little spiders just crawling down the side of a pillar directly to your right.
She just he just like starts freaking out while he probably just like drops the torch on the ground as he's trying to just like pull the webs off.
Nia, you
Nia
see the
will-
torch starting to light some of the cobwebs on fire.
I definitely use I cast Shillelagh so I don't catch my own staff on fire, and I definitely like the fire from spreading if I can, and maybe save spiders' homes. But I am also sort of giggling at Gilmar at the same time.
Trying to kill all those spiderwebs off. Dakota and Sapphire, you guys are on the second floor. You guys are kind of seeing dude, Gelmar
Huge
just
fumble.
fumbling the torch, the fire starting to spread a little bit, and you like just start stomping out, and you guys aren't seeing too much up here, but you know for a fact nothing else is seeing you either. It's very dark.
Dakota pays no mind to he assumes that was actually all part of Gelmar and Nia's plan and just kind of keeps walking. All right, we're gonna want to try to go as far up as we can. I got a feeling that's probably where they keep the cool stuff. That's usually how they do it in stories like these, you know?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
So you
Yeah,
start walking, I
morning.
assume, towards the fairly simple staircase. You start going up it. And honestly, the staircase kind of feels like it might break under you at any second, but it's holding steady. It's just very uncomfortable to step on. You can hear the stone shifting under your feet by like millimeters. It's not pleasant to listen to, but it's or not pleasant to feel, I should say. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise, but as you step on it, you're just uncomfortable. For Sapphire, it's a little bit easier. She's been climbing trees all of her life or doing all kinds of random crap as a ranger. So, like, unsteady ground is as natural to her as steady ground is. For you, this is kind of like walking on a tightrope and pretending you're okay.
Careful now, miss. Yeah, taking the tiniest little steps, but also trying to go fast enough that he doesn't lose or accidentally bump into Sapphire. Keeps his gun sharp as he looks around, trying to see if he can see anybody or anything unusual as he does, but mostly paying attention to his own footwork.
Fair. Are you looking for anything in particular, Sapphire, or?
Trying to keep my eye out for any possible movement other than us.
Fair. All right. Feel free to roll me one more perception check.
Okay, just a moment.
I'm excited to see whether or not it's a D20 or sorry, a 1 or a 20.
I know, right?
Maybe you'll get a perfect 10.
Mm-hmm.
Do. I really need to turn back on my my d20, my 20 in one play.
Oh, okay.
I love how perception has gotten 2 natural 20s, a natural 1, or sorry, a natural 20, a natural 1, and investigation has gotten natural 20, and yet somehow you guys have also not gotten above a 10 on perception, aside from like twice.
So how my chaotic luck hasn't swayed too much. It's just gone everywhere.
This is like an episode of like OG Scooby Doo right now.
Honestly, kind of fair, and honestly, I dig it, and I'm all for that.
I found a clue, Scooby Doo. Ruh-roh, Ray. Where are they going? So you're not seeing a whole lot as you start climbing up the area, trying to make sure that Dakota keeps up with you. It legitimately just feels for you like you're just walking upstairs. Like it's not all special. For Dakota, it really does look like he is on a Tetris tower that is very precariously balanced on about 12 blocks of concrete, sitting on top of 4 sticks. He's very uncomfortable. But you guys slowly start making your way upwards, which we'll get to in just a minute. Gelmar and Nia, you guys aren't hearing them at all because Gelmar is making quite a bit of noise, trying to get the spider webs off of him and stomping out the fire before it eats up the spider's homes and shit. Makes a lot of noise.
Ania will take the torch, and while Gelmar recovers, take a cursory look around.
Okay. Feel free to roll
Go ahead
me
and-
a perception. Just a general look around using the torch to light your way. Fair
There we
enough.
go.
Fair enough. All right. You're looking around, and once again, you do see another figure. Another. Again, it's just out of the corner of your eye, but you see him slide between a couple of pillars. The fire flickers the light around, so it's kind of hard to make sure. But you're definitely being watched. You can tell that for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna just look in the direction I saw it and just casually go, "Oh, hello. Would you like to talk?"
On. That did not help me at all. Thanks, dice. Fucking natural 10. You hear no response. All sound has pretty much died. There wasn't a whole lot to begin with, but even like the air kind of slows down.
Interesting. Okay. And then Ania will go, "Hello? And then casually be like, "Oh, maybe I misheard," like that sort of reaction. But she does not believe she missaw.
Her eyes are special. She knows what she sees.
And then I'll double check on Gelmar.
Okay. Gelmar, you're perfectly fine. You're just spooked.
He looks like he's slowly recovering, but he mostly just looks mad at himself for letting you see him like that, for letting people see him like this.
And he'll look,
You know, there's some druids who are scared of particular animals.
Like monstrosities this small. He just is staring down at one of the spiders and just sliding away slightly.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think some are more scared of smaller animals than bigger ones.
He looks like he wants to comment, but he also kind of already recognizes he can be pinned for this one too. I see your point, he said, as standing up, walking back towards her, but making a very obvious wide berth around that spider.
she will offer the torch back.
Thank you, he said, as picking it up. Maybe I should focus more on those torches now, he said, as walking over to start lighting up the others.
You start lighting up the torches, and honestly, they lay up weirdly fine, especially for how old this place is. But you touch it to the thing, and it sparks up. Essentially, it doesn't look recently used, but it does look recently filled, if that makes sense. But you
As
light them
in
up,
with
you
oil?
go, yeah. So it lights up very easily. But you light up, you go across the way, you light up another one, you light up another one. And the whole room is more or less just kind of shining in light now, which gives it a very nice glow to it. The shadows are of course just a little bit deeper than they were earlier. But there doesn't seem to be any noise, any people around or anything like that that you guys can see.
I'd been hoping that would be a bit more useful. I suppose the only thing to do from here is well, I'm going to start with those darker shadows over there. Care to follow? He says, as looking back towards Ania.
Sure. We could also go downstairs at any point.
That's fair. I'm more than willing to go in any direction. I just want to make certain that we're not going to have someone at our backs.
Oh no, there's totally someone just watching us.
And she's not whispering.
That
I
much
know
I
you're
think
there,
I already,
bitch.
that much I already recognize. He can say what he wants about how. Well, he can say what he wants about how hard he is to see when he's standing still. But he should know. But he should know how much easier it is to track him when he's moving. He says, staring off in the direction he last saw the guy.
God, welcome to the chat, Mima. Let me see. How bad does this trip the guy up? As you just kind of look in his direction, you do hear something go, dunk, as like something just gets slightly shifted to the side.
He is spooked.
You know, my friend, you might be best off pursuing a different vocation if this one really bothers you this much. He says, starting to walk in that direction again.
Jesus Christ. Roll me an intimidation check. I thought that was going to be nat 20 for a second.
Darn shame. But let's be real. Slow, calmer, her tone kind of eat away at how creepy that could be.
And Gelmar did just drop a torch and flail because of a spider. That kind of puts a dent in it.
That's fair. So you start walking towards that direction, but you don't really see much. Ania, roll me one more perception check if you would.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm not even gonna roll against that. As he slowly starts walking over there, I assume you're kind of hanging back a little bit and just like hyper focusing on that section. Yeah. You immediately see the moment that the guy moves. They blended in so well, even while staring at it, you legitimately could not tell they were there until they started moving. They seem to have something that is making it hard to see them. But as they start moving, he like slides into another spot. Gelmar, you don't see anything as the torch flickers the light. But with Ania standing a little bit back, you can perfectly see them slide out of the area. They're not even like running or honestly walking. Mm-hmm. It seems more like they're almost floating on the ground. They are making footsteps, of course, but they have extremely light feet.
You know, they don't really move like a bandit. Not the ones I've seen, anyway.
How can you tell? He says, turning back towards her.
And she'll like casually like gesture her staff to where the shadow just moved. Like,
usually bandits aren't that sneaky. Or quiet. Usually they would have attacked a trap, but they would jump at us by now.
Do you have a thingy? You do not. Do you have a?
He said, as turning his turning his head in the direction she's pointing and starting to try and moving in that direction. He's basically just trying to light the place up to make it harder for the guy to hide.
What's your AC, Ania? Now mine. That does not hit.
Oh no!
you have a moment where like you feel the air changing slightly and you like tilt your head a little bit and a fucking dagger slides right past your cheek, almost cutting some of your hair. Just above
Oh, God.
your wingwing's head.
Oh, no.
It stabs itself into the wall behind you so perfectly that it doesn't even fall.
Ania will like telepathically tell Lafari to like get into better cover in the mantle and be more on guard.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be like, probably not a bandit, but does not like me still.
I mean, you seem to be able to detect them a lot better than me, he says. Still, I'm just going to toss I'm just going to toss the torch the rest of the direction, just hoping that the rest of the quick movement's going to catch him off guard.
So that's a fair tactic. Roll me a strength check.
A strength check?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see how hard you throw this torch.
Of course.
Wow.
I just cannot.
Lop.
Every time, either above a 15 or below a 5. What the crap?
You lob it. It very gently soars through the air. It's not particularly a hard throw or anything, but because obviously it's a fairly wide berth that the torch gives out of light, it does spread out, and it's pretty much impossible for you to get past that light without being seen, more or less. And there's no real pillars over there to hide behind as well. So as it lands on the ground, you guys do see this shadowed, cloaked figure standing there. And he just kind of like slowly moves slightly out of the light. Gelmore, roll me history.
You're always asking for those ones that have debuffs on. And in that 20, how the crap?
Damn, makes sense. You recognize this. At least you recognize what he's wearing, at least. I'm going to post this into the campaign chat because of something that you specifically recognize.
I think I already know what this item is.
You do.
Oh.
Yep. You recognize an emblem that is on the clasp of their cloak.
The moment he sees that, his calmer demeanor just spontaneously goes away, just after a quick jolt. It would seem that... So, this is where you're holed up. He just says, grabbing the great axe off of his back. What? Kidnapping not as lucrative a business as you had desired, he says, stomping in that direction.
Ania, you did also very briefly see it with your passive, mostly because the light flickered over it. It is a token that's just a circular token, and it has cracks all over it that seem to be actually in the token itself rather than a stylistic choice. Or sorry, it is a stylistic choice, I should say. And it is a black and purple wyrm. Doesn't look to have... it's really hard to see, but it's a dragon, almost certainly. Not something you've heard or seen. Yeah. But yeah, Gelmore starts fucking walking over, like just stomping over. There's a good probably 60
with
feet
his
between.
great axe out, no less.
Yeah, it's probably a good 60 feet between them. And from what you can tell, it does not look like he's going to be staying there for very long. So I'm going to do an impromptu combat encounter of sorts. And we're going to use this bandit for reference, or I guess this token for reference. And where are you guys? Where's my Nia and Gelmar? Yes. So feel free to roll your initiatives.
Everybody?
Just them.
Ah, yes.
There is no
Hugs
combat
just
encounter
walking
or
on
currently in
the-
the scene, it says. Let me try that again.
Oh, there you go.
There we
Apparently,
go.
I need to add one.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Oh,
Gilmar's so angry.
He is.
That's a bad dragon board.
Well, so he's staying here. You are essentially at the beginning of the bridge at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you are staying behind the bridge. He does seem to be standing there and waiting. Just so you're aware. He or she. I'm going to use he as a base term at the moment because you can't see any defining detail of this individual. So what are you doing, Gilmore?
Oh, actually, am I safe in the assumption that this grid is how should it? No, that's a really stupid question. So, am I safe in the assumption that distances on that is the wrong tool as well?
That's about
delete
correct.
that.
Yeah, I got you. But that's about correct. Yeah, about 20, 25 feet of that bridge. It's a fairly long bridge. You're in a big area.
Oh. I like how the map now is like a dynamic battlefield now. I like it.
I know, right?
Okay, now let me actually. So, 25 to
3D.
go side. And for. Oh, no, I'd still need another.
So it's
Ah.
roughly the right size.
He's just barely out of range of my chain, I think.
Yep.
Oh,
How far is your chain?
maybe he's
15
gonna try to
feet in
run.
length.
Maybe you could try to.
I could, but then I don't get to act otherwise. And I'm pretty sure if he's
Could
if
he
he's-
dash and try to glomp him?
You are a
Um,
fighter, so.
I guess I could action surge, but that kind of seems like a waste to use turn 1.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right,
Is he
you
gonna
can move
run?
up. You can move up a few feet. Use your action and bonus action, and still have more movement.
Let's see. So your weapon
I'm just trying to
heavy?
figure
I
out
think
if this
is, right?
Wait,
Is. Yeah.
I don't have a light crossbow. Whatever, I'll just use that instead. Oh, no, that's a stupid idea. I do not have dex. Why do I even have this? Whatever.
Giving you guys difficult scenarios. How will you face the bridge?
You know what? Yeah, screw it. I'm going to go full active. I'm going to try and cross the bridge.
Okay.
Hold on a sec.
Okay, so as you are about halfway across the bridge, he's going to use his hold action that he's been holding since he threw a dagger at Ania. And you, actually, real quick, roll me a, actually no, what's your passive perception?
14.
You would see it. So as you're walking across the bridge, you didn't notice this last time because you hadn't really paid attention to it, but you are walking across the bridge, especially with the light of the torch on the floor now, and the light being a little bit lower. You do see on the side of the bridge there is a very small string. His hold action is to throw a knife, another dagger, at that string. You can jump across the bridge, which would be kind of difficult. You can try blocking the knife. Whatever you think is the best in this scenario. He's essentially going to throw this knife at that string.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use my interception reaction.
Oh, interesting. Okay, what's that?
Phil actually posts. It posts, but it doesn't tell you. Gosh darn it. How do I open up the description and for visibility on for you?
Hold on, let me double check. I think, what is that, fighting style?
It reduces the damage of an incoming attack by 1d10 plus proficiency.
Oh, okay.
Since it's a dagger, it has a base damage of 1d4.
Mm-hmm. So let me slash out 1d4. Okay. He has a
I think literally even in rolling a 1 on this would still result in it being reduced to 0 damage.
It would, yeah. I believe. I don't remember if you add your damage or if you. No, you don't.
You do add your modifier to damage,
Okay.
I believe.
So he has
attack
a
anyway.
+3 to it. So
that's 5. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that does nothing. I just block the dagger.
Shathunk. Yeah, that's well, normally people would be pissing their pants at this point. So feel free to continue.
I'm going to finish crossing the bridge.
Cool. Yeah. He is spooked to hell.
Still up to your old tricks, are you? That's unfortunate. I'm going to take the dash action, and I'm going to action surge.
Oh boy.
It's so angry.
I'm going to fire rune this guy.
Oh god.
Well, burn him.
Oh no, that's chain. He literally will be restrained if he fails this.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's see.
With white hot chains.
So feel free to roll your attack.
Where the heck
See
is
if you hit
that?
him.
Well, as much as I wanted to say, yeah, do it with an unarmed strike, I already said I've got the axe in the hands, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
That's alright.
Above game, I do not actually want to kill this guy.
Well, you can always, we can always flavor it to an unarmed strike. I typically use the weapon, I typically use the weapon damage, rather than unarmed strike, because I hate unarmed strikes aside from with monks. So yeah,
Okay,
I would say you basically gut punch the fuck out of him.
Where the heck are my runes? What? I
They're
can't
in
find
your
them.
fingers.
Oh, here they are. When you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, I can evoke the rune to summon fiery shackles. He takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for the next minute.
Jesus.
While restrained by the shackles, he will take 2d6 additional fire damage every turn.
What is the DC he has to beat?
I would assume that would total up to a 4. I think he matched it.
Yeah.
He still would take 2d6 plus 1 fire damage, though.
Yeah, he does. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, 2d6, and then you also do your great axe damage as well, delivering as punch him in the gut. So bludgeoning instead of slashing.
Oh, in that case, let's replace that at 1. Because I only did the 1 because that's fixed damage from unarmed strikes.
Mm-hmm. So 7 damage.
Okay, so I believe a great axe swing is a d12.
I think so, yeah.
Plus 4, that's a d10. One moment. D12 plus 4.
Oh. So essentially, I'm assuming you're punching him in the gut. Try and knock him out.
Basically, yeah.
All right. Ania, what you see in the blaze of the torch is Gelmor is he's running, but it's a walk, if that makes sense. It's a fucking terrifying walk. As he goes across the bridge, he fucking punches the knife out of the air, walking across the area towards him. The guy should be shitting his bricks at this point, and Gelmor runs up and fucking punches him in the gut. Gelmor is 7'3", to give everyone context for this action. He is 7'3". This guy is about 5'8". He punches the guy up. He uppercuts the guy in the gut so hard, the guy goes up to his eye level. Literally punching him into the air and flopping him down onto the ground.
You have
several feet.
You have a lot of explaining to do, psychopath.
Are we still in combat?
No.
Ania casually crosses the bridge.
That motherfucker got one shot. Jesus.
Fighters, my friend. Fighters, my friend.
Dakota looks over to Sapphire, just like, did you just see this nonsense? Completely forgetting that he's invisible and Sapphire can't see him.
Oh my god. Oh. But yeah, so you fucking knocked this guy off his feet quite literally. He's just standing over him now. The guy's absolutely out cold. There's no if and or buts about it.
Hey, Sid.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to wrap him up in my hemp and rope.
Fair enough, fair enough. Ania, from your many years of medical experience, he probably has some internal injuries at the moment.
I'm gonna look him over and see if he's actively dying.
Not quickly.
Also, what does he look like? Can we see him now?
I'm assuming, do you pull back his hood?
Yeah.
Alright. You pull back his hood. He is not quickly dying. He is very slowly dying. In probably one of the most painful ways possible. Gelmar almost certainly ripped up most of his ribs with that one punch. I don't know if anyone has ever thought about being punched with a gauntlet before. Don't. just don't.
Don't be.
It is a Dragonborn. Is specific. Let me look at Dragonborn colors real quick. On trying to
Small
remember.
Dragonborn.
Small
There's
dragon. He's a
a total
very
of
small
15
Dragonborn.
There's a total of 15 colors. Is it a chromatic, a gem, or a metallic?
I really need a fucking picture that just has all their colors.
There was that. Didn't you pin the message I had in the past about all the general colors of Dragonborn in the past?
Very
All pinned
possible.
up? Let me check.
I don't know which chat.
No, it is not.
All right.
I believe it was. I believe I made the comment in casual chat, but maybe I did it in campaign. I'm gonna need to double check.
Let's see here. We're gonna say it is a black Dragonborn. And one defining feature of this black Dragonborn, he has a massive, and I mean humongous scar that goes from the top right of his head all the way to his forehead, all the way down to his left shoulder. His right eye completely gone. It's just slashed to pieces, basically. And that scar is going all the way down from his face to his shoulder. And it seems to, like, almost wrap around the shoulder. He definitely got just haymakered by a great axe or great sword at some point. Gelmar, you do not recognize him as someone from your past, but you do recognize the symbol. He is completely out cold.
I don't suppose a medicine check will be enough to stabilize him.
It would be enough to stabilize him. It wouldn't be enough to wake him back up. Although
Yeah,
you
he
do
had
have
one of those intense smelling things, right?
That's kind of the hope here. If we heal him any amount of HP, he immediately wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do want to try to stabilize him at least.
Okay. You're
So medicine check?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. I do not care about this man.
Holy crud.
You kind of start trying to, and you're just like, ah.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I do intend to use the healing rune on him once he's completely bound.
It would be bound at this point, yeah, just kind of like tightening stuff while Ania is like checking him over. Yeah, you definitely broke at least half of his ribs when you punched him. He probably has some serious internal injuries, and there's a lot that you can do, Ania, to fix someone from the outside. This is in the realm of magical healing more than physical healing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and blood is just kind of pouring out of his mouth. Like, not like super quickly, but it is coming out.
Alright, and Nia will wait for Gelmar to secure him before doing anything.
Okay. And Gelmar, did you want to do your rune on him?
Yeah, I'm gonna cure wound. I'm going to use my life rune on him.
Okay.
That would be Gosh darn it. Just do the healing. Oh, dang.
Dang!
Full heal. Or full 10 health back.
You heal him with the rune. It's the only way I can describe this sound is, have you ever thought about what it would sound like if someone stitched their flesh back together?
No, not really.
No.
You have to phrase it like that, Sin.
Yes, because that's what you're hearing. You are literally hearing his ribs snapping back into place, ripping through muscle and other such, and then that pulling itself back together. You've heard it a few times, Ania, but you've never healed someone that quickly from that much damage before. It's a distinctly different sound than you're used to, because you're used to a little bit more gradual healing. It's also because it's a lot less painful to gradually heal than to just kind of force it to be healed. I'm assuming Gelmar
that
doesn't
probably
give
hurt
two
a lot.
shits.
At the moment, probably not. He's just really mad.
Yeah, it's a crunchy sound.
After a few snap crackle pops.
Snap, crack a pop. He slowly opens his eyes, and then you just hear,
Oh, hey, you're alive.
Sounds like he
You
wishes
weren't
he
trying to
wasn't.
kill me back there, were you?
Okay, you're cutting out.
Okay, come on. I didn't hit you that hard.
slowly looks at his scales under his shirt, which are a giant purple bruise. Fuck you.
You threw a dagger at me. Fuck you.
Just fucking kill me.
No. I think that would make me know better than you would. No, never mind. I think it still would be better.
Should have enslaved your kind when we had the chance.
I want to
The fact that
smack
you've
him
been
with my staff.
Just leaning down to his face. The fact that you tried is why I'm here. You butt.
As Adia slaps the shit out of him, he just kind of like, he like turns that, spits on the ground, and kind of looks back at Gilmore. Lost you when we had the chance. Got your sister though, you little bitch.
And that's exactly why you're still alive. For your sake, you better forgive me some answers. Or that, because I'm certain I can find a few more of you somewhere.
You can try.
Well, if I'm correct, I would imagine there's another one upstairs, isn't there?
Don't tell you shit.
You've already told me a bit more than you think.
He like spits blood into you into your face.
Okay, so can Dakota try something?
Absolutely, yeah.
So Dakota's gonna pull out his gun.
Okay.
So I pull out my gun.
Oh my gosh.
And can I attempt to intimidate him into talking more by like shooting like the ground right next to him to like, you know, imply there's more eyes on him than he thinks there are?
That would break your invisibility.
What?
It
Well,
would break your invisibility, but you're more than welcome to. Your gun is also loud as fuck, by the way.
But if you like come out from being invisible, it could be like there's other people with you that are invisible.
Who else is invisible?
That's
Ooh,
true.
I don't know.
so Dakota's gonna like turn to Sapphire and be like, "Do you mind if I break the invisibility?"
Go
Technically
ahead.
speaking, I think that only breaks yours. She would still help keep it.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. All right. Does a little flip. of the gun and just kind of like bang.
The
All right.
gunshot resonates through the entire building. It's not quiet, especially in somewhere that's as large and echoey as this thing. It bounces off the walls. It's loud as hell. And the bullet pretty much sinks into the ground right next to his leg. And he, like, jerks his head to the side, kind of looking up at you, and he goes, another one. Fucking.
How stable is this tower?
It's stable unless, you know, something rams into it, but the sound of bullet won't do much.
My next question is, how loud is that gunshot? Is it like thunder? Will it shake the building?
It's as loud as thunder, but it doesn't shake the building. But it resonates through the entire building.
Okay.
Yeah, he just kind of like looks up, sees Dakota, and just goes, another one. And realize you had a whole fucking posse.
And you don't
Enya
know
does
how
jump
much
from the
more of us
gunshot.
there are, don't you? I'd suggest you start talking about exactly about who you are and why you're here.
Next time you shoot, aim properly.
Oh no, my friend. The very fact that it didn't hit you was because she desires you alive as well. Or he desires you alive as well. Sorry, my bad.
It's all
You're
good. That was me being nice, partner.
Yeah, your kindness is what makes you a lot weak. You kind don't deserve
Aren't you a
to live.
dragonborn too?
Didn't you just lose half of your internal organs from a single punch? You have no place to talk about strength here. Or shrimp.
He kind of looks in, and he starts laughing. He's like, you think I'm like them? You poor misinformed little girl.
How are you different?
He like looks up at Gilmore. It's like, little bitch like you didn't tell your friends? How unfortunate.
You know just as much as we do for why we prefer to simply pass along as normal.
Normal. Yeah. Yeah, right.
I don't know. Have you ever tried conversing with the folk up at the top of those spires? A lot more homey than you would think.
You're kind of slayed more of ours than we can count.
Do I need to even count how many of the stories you've told about the masses of our kind that you've slaughtered as well?
He kind of slowly gets to his knees and slowly stands up, looking up at you still.
Sin.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is bound in hempen.
Did you
He's
tie
bound
his
in rope.
arms to his legs, though?
I tied everything down.
Oh,
I
okay,
do not
fair.
want this guy moving.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, so he like kind of like wiggles himself, trying to like get a better angle at you. And he just kind of goes, oh, what's the last thing you said, real quick? Gilmore?
I think it was something. I believe my last line was something along the lines of, "Folks up at the top of the spire are a lot more homey than you would think."
Right. He's like, well, you got a new buddy coming to town.
Excellent. I'd be glad to personally deliver a few additional hits to his chest. I pray for your sake he can withstand a hit.
You better use your old form to fight him.
Oh, my friend, I think I'm better off without too many individuals knowing what's going on.
We'll see how many towns you can save when we're done with you.
I've heard idle threats like that countless times. You have no idea how. And after how long we've been spending trying to be nice. Though I suppose there's always going to be those that don't understand nor care.
Well, we are many, not just one. To flow with the dragons. Only one will remain.
Oh yeah? Next you're gonna tell me that your leader is one as well?
No. It just keeps staring at you. Just hard, cold stare.
So, you're not going to... Gosh darn, what am I trying to say here? Fine. You've made your own jabs, but perhaps we can still talk. So, tell me, which direction did you go from the spires?
Why on earth would I tell a creature like you anything?
If
My
I'm not
choice is
mistaken...
either
Well-
talk and die, or die.
Oh no, you're going to survive this day if you cooperate.
I don't think you get the point, dragon.
It's a wonder that we're still classified as similar beings.
If I live today,
Well,
I won't live for much longer.
Oh, and why is that?
Simple. We're fodder, and that's all we need to be.
If that's the case, then I don't see why you'd have any allegiance to your master. Doesn't seem like they value you, so why I fulfill their desires at your own expense forever.
I fulfill the desires of the one we seek to bring back. Our leader does the same. For we have no full leader, for we are but one. We are all fodder, and we are all the leader. When
He just
one
leans forward.
falls, a hydra simply grows 2 more heads.
He
A
just leans
dragon
forward.
might be the same.
He just leans forward to him with a smile. What? Don't tell me you're worshipping the lunatic Tiamat.
No, Tiamat is simply child's play.
If you say so. Still, he says before proceeding to literally pick up the guy and just throw him over his shoulder.
Jesus.
Specifically, head facing upward. He does not want that breath weapon.
Burns your ass.
I mean, I'm pretty sure her
I
black
think it's
dragonborns
acid.
have acid.
While they were talking, Ania was looking around, especially upstairs, especially around Dakota.
You don't see anything upstairs.
Okay.
And Sapphire, roll me a perception check if you would. But he's on your shoulder, head pointing upwards, and he just kind of stays quiet. Ooh, 21.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice.
Yes.
Good perception. As the gunshot rings out, Sapphire, you do hear something at the top of the stairs. Seems like a stone was basically kicked slightly at the very, very top of the stairs, leading towards the what's it called? The roof.
Okay. I'm still invisible, right?
Yeah.
I'm sneaking upstairs.
Fair enough. All right.
Meanwhile, Dakota is kind of like rub his thumb over like his gun as he like looks at like the guy over Gelmar's shoulder, just as if like wondering what the vibe check is on whatever this dragon cult thing is going on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Ania, did you want to say anything to the Black Dragonborn?
No, but I do give him another look over. Can trying to think on insight or perception.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'll keep thinking on it. She
Okay.
does keep looking at him though.
Cool. The token that he has, by the way, is basically clasping a cloak together. It seems more for decoration than actual usage. So if you wanted to, you could also take that.
I'll think about it.
Okay. So Dakota, you are standing at the top. You can tell, since you're concentrating on the spell, that Sapphire just essentially sneaked away. As you're kind of looking at the interaction with them. Do you do anything with that, or are you more focused on the Dragonborn situation than you are with her moving away?
Dakota will be like he's kind of wondering what he thinks of what's going on, but once he realizes that Sapphire is sneaking away, he's just like, oh, flip. And he kind of like slowly kind of goes towards where Sapphire's going, not wanting to lose track of her, but also not wanting to out her location, kind of like sneaking back into sneaky mode.
Fair enough. All right, so Sapphire, you get to the top of the area, and we'll come back to that as I'm going to look at Gleaming Meadows real quick.
Yay!
That works. There we go. Gleaming Meadows. We're back here with Rue and Cyril. Just dramatic moments. Switch back to calm and peaceful. You guys have it was a good distance, about probably 15 minutes of jogging speed to get through the full farmland. It's a pretty large wheat field, and there's a couple other smaller plants and stuff that they rotate every now and again. It looks like it's doing fairly well. From what Rue can tell, definitely close to harvest time, for sure, especially the wheat. But as you guys get pretty much to the opposite half of the farm, you guys see a young gentleman, human of course, about probably about 5'9", 5'10", but he's built like a fucking truck. Like he has massive arms. His chest is fucking rippling as he's swinging down a hoe, probably preparing the whatever side of the field he's working on for the next stuff he's doing, or double checking plants or whatever hell have you. And he's just sweating in the sun as it's pouring down on him, not wearing a shirt and just digging through the fields. I forget what his name was on. It was Joran.
It was like Joran, yeah.
Yeah, Joran.
Yeah.
So he is just rippling through the area, and just plowing through.
Just working.
Yeah, just working.
Does
it's just
he
another day in the
look
farm.
like? Let's see. Does it look like he has anything expensive on him?
No. He basically has a pair of slacks and a couple of farming tools.
Okay.
It looks like he's been working for a while as well, probably the last couple of hours, because this man is drenched in sweat. And when she said he has high endurance, you can see his rippling abs just full on there.
Oh my gosh.
The man looks like he could bench press a cow.
Bruh. This dude must be very popular. She mutters as she starts waving. Oh, hi there.
Oh, Cyril hears that. Oh my god. He takes a moment before he looks up and sees you, and he kind of just shoves the shovel or whatever into the ground, cracks his knuckles, flexes his back, and goes, "Hail! What brings you folks over here?" Cyril's still here?
Well, I can speak this. Cyril exists.
Cyril? Hey. Oh. I think he went
lost
AFK.
one.
All right, well, Rue, you get to talk to this thick hunk of a man.
The leader's gone. Oh, alright.
Drew can do it. Cyril's taking a little bit longer to catch up. He got
You
distracted.
got this.
Hi. So we're the adventurers.
I think I heard of y'all folks just recently. Word travels somewhat fast, but I'm the fastest traveler they got, so.
Oh, I did hear about that. We were just talking with Miss. Oh, what the frick is her name? I wrote it down somewhere. Oh,
Alice.
Alice.
Yeah, Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in character.
Alice was just talking about
She
you.
pulls out a book.
Oh yeah, she flips through it. We were just talking with Alice about you.
Oh, yeah, she's a sweetheart.
She told us that normally you do the runnings for like informing when to do the shipment, right?
I do indeed. Whenever they need me to take out the mail to heaven, and they need a rush job on it, I take it, I'll run, I'll get to them fine as dandy.
Oh.
It takes on the horses by half the time we need them.
Have you recently done one for this harvest?
Not too recently, no. Last one was a couple months ago, I believe. We haven't had anything really pop up recently, so haven't really had much need. Besides, we've been busy with the harvest, so I haven't really had the time to Josie along over there, you know?
Well, we were stationed here for the bandits issue.
Ah.
Yeah.
Who sent y'all?
Oh, it's the guild.
Ah.
Did
Good
you
looking
know
after us. I
anything
see how it
about?
is.
Yeah. Do you know anything about being sent by the guild?
No, I don't think I have. It's kind of rare that guild sends someone over here without really needing to ask. Maybe they expect us to need some protection. Who knows?
Can I sense motive his truthfulness?
You're welcome to roll insight.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called.
I get what you mean. Wow.
Oh.
You are just smackered by his glistening abs and
I'm just the flashback of the keeps coming back to me. I didn't write it down, but like he has great stamina. It's like in my mind.
it just repeats in your head. You're like, should I write this down? Maybe I should write this down. And he just keeps staring.
She just says to him, "Did you know that if you think something 7 times, I'm likely to remember that forever?"
You'll forget many things. You will remember that forever.
Hey, Cyril.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
Oh, he's back.
You need to save Rue. You need to save her.
Rue is dumbstruck by his glistening abs.
She got a 1.
Well, I've never seen the farm boy like this before at my farm. Or have I? I don't know.
You've not seen anyone built like this. You see a couple of folks who, they obviously do a lot of upper, muscle kind of building stuff. But no, this man's a whole different ball game from what you're used to. Most of them, like, throwing hay bales is kind of, trouble and such. For this man, he could throw trucks. He probably does a lot of construction work too, so he's built like a freight train. So to catch you up a little bit, Cyril, you guys found Joran over in the field, and this man is about 5'9", but he's built like a shit brick house, and just massive muscles, massive arms. His chest looks like you could ram a horse into it and he'd just get back up. And he's currently tending to the farm, whatever he needs to at the time. Probably has been for a couple hours, sweating, just glistening, shining in the golden sun. And Rue is just She's just dumbfounded by his existence.
Rue kind of feels Cyril's hand come under her jaw and close it.
Oh.
You're here to ask him questions.
I think I did. She's gonna think about it like.
Oh. He's like, yeah, I was not aware you could memorize things that way, but good to know. What's your name? I'll think it 7 times to see if it sticks in my head.
Oh no.
Dang.
Whoa! Try not to be charmed, Rue. No.
This fucking annihilation, goddamn.
Whoa.
I fear I should have brought Gil. Young man.
She doesn't say anything.
He's just there. He's just waiting, just patiently watching her, leaning against his shovel a little bit.
I just imagine
She does a little loop-de-loop, like she kind of like twists on her foot, and then she like shuffles around behind Cyril, like breathing. Okay, it's time to calm down.
Need a break. Time
Break.
out. I'm in.
From the ads. Break from the ads. Like,
Tie me in, Cyril.
you're in,
Egg
Cyril.
roll.
She like taps you. You're in.
Young
Oh my
man,
god.
tell me, what is your name?
Jordan, sir.
Jordan. Perfect. You're exactly who we're looking for.
What can I do for you?
I've been told you passed messages between this town and Haven. Is that correct?
Indeed I do. Fastest one there is. They ever need a problem, I go there and run back. Your little friend there over there asked me if I got any word from I got any word to the guild. And I can't say I have. Last one I did was a couple months ago. So if you all here to deal with some bandit troubles, then honestly, I'm glad the guild's keeping an eye out for us. Usually we have to go and ask them, and they don't get them back very quickly, so.
This is starting to feel a little bit.
I tried to get a feeling of trustworthiness. I wasn't able to get past his persona.
Yes, his glistening persona. I can tell.
Oh, seven times.
He kind of kneels
yeah,
down
yeah,
and he
I'll
kind of kneels
insight
down and
that.
grabs a weed that's just kind of popped out, and with one like curl of his arm, he just pulls up like a 2-foot weed out of the ground, just like it was just a normal day for him.
Well, I think I'll give that an insight roll myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Do better than me.
Rolling that one, get distracted by his persona.
Oh, thank goodness.
There we go.
It's almost all. That would have been hilarious. You can tell this man don't have many thoughts in his head. This man does one job and he does one job only, and that's whatever someone tells him to do. As he like pulls up the weed, he just starts looking at it. It just starts kind of playing with it a little bit, and then just kind of starts pulling on it from both ends to kind of like test how strong it is, more or less, and like snaps it. He's like, that much force, that much force, a little bit less force. Interesting. Hey, he's just dumb.
Ah, I see.
All you're getting from him is that he's kind of a dumbass.
He didn't seem to know that we were invited by the guild by him.
Someone wanted us here. And
Did
it
anyone
wasn't
else
this
get a
town.
message? Yeah. I'm gonna ask Joran, popping around again after Cyril. Just like a normal face again, like, oh, okay, moving on. Anyone else that would have been a deliverer?
We ain't got a whole lot. We have a couple. There's me and one other folk, but they're usually not in town too much. They live over in Harmonious most times than not. We only really have them over if we're having like some real difficulties with our playing season and stuff. They're usually over. Usually in the springtime. When we start playing all of our stuff again, they're a good helping hand. But aside from that, nah, we only need me.
Did you deliver anything recently, or do you just haven't been?
Nah, it's been a couple of months, I would say. He kind of like taps his chest a little bit. He's like, they need me, they'll call for me.
Oh, when did we get the? It was like a week ago when we left, but when did they get this?
She said it was
thing?
only a couple weeks ago, so
Oh.
much further than his several month timeline. He's saying.
Right. Okay. So he
Pretty
didn't
much. Yeah, it's been that message, that the request that brought us here is much more recent than the last time he's been out. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably not him that he delivered anything. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Has anyone else left here that you know about that delivered any messages, or went out of town?
Not to the best of my knowledge, only folks we've had the cross path here is some adventurers, but they crossed in the other direction of the haven, so ain't no one ready to go to the haven. We're a community here, and we don't really like leaving, so ain't no one but me ready to leave this town.
We heard a story from Alice about the sheriff. Do you know? What's your thoughts on the sheriff?
Sheriff's a pretty nice guy. He often tells me not to go around too many of the ladies in town. Not really sure why. They I don't know. He always said they'd be too busy not doing what they're doing. I don't really know why. It's just kind of a thing people keep telling me. So that's one of the reasons I stay over here on this side of the farm. Let everyone else do all their business they need to do. You know.
He's a work hazard.
Oh, see.
One stares at him too much. He's like, so, Sheriff's a nice folk, though. Every now and again, I need to do something. I'll go home and see him, and he likes giving me busy tasks to do. You know, running around and such, staying out of the town for the most part, staying over here in the farm. It's pretty nice though. He tends to keep an eye on the town, try to keep everyone safe. You know.
Do you know the story about how he got here?
A little bit, not too much though. Generally speaking, I don't hear too many stories about most folks, but I know that he beat the shit out of some folks who came in tried to get some money from us. Best I remember.
What happened to the people?
To the best of my knowledge, from what I can remember, either they didn't start walking again, or they didn't start breathing again. Why you ask, Lode?
I'm gonna lean down. I'm gonna lean down to Rue's ear. I get the feeling that we're not going to get any new information, and I'm concerned about all the information we already have. We should get to the tower now.
I think so as well.
Jordan, correct?
Yeah, sir, I am Jordan.
I expect we will be here at least 1 or 2 more nights. We would be able to find you in the tavern later in the evening.
Oh,
Correct?
oh no, I'm going to, I don't drink, you know. Every time I've been in there, I've been asking for a drink. They always tell me, nah, you can't be in here. Last time I was in there, apparently they had like 3 people that got like way too drunk and some bad stuff happened, I guess. I don't know, I was, I was busy eating, but I don't really go into the tavern much. Alice tends to bring me some of the food, you know. She's sweet like that. But if you ever need to find me, I'm over here, just on my side. You know, I'm here with my folks. He kind of gestures to the very small house behind him. So if you ever need me, I'm probably gonna be here. I'm probably gonna be working on the farm. You know, sometimes you'll catch me in the town, but Chef don't like me there.
Outstanding.
Okay.
At least we know where
Oh.
to find.
Yeah.
What was that, Rue?
She's gonna do like little finger snaps and say, and just a little reminder or just a little question, real fast. You don't like bandits, right?
Not particularly. No, they tend to fuck up our crops. You know.
Okay. Can I roll insight so he's telling the truth?
You're more than welcome to.
Let's try.
The
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he kind of like looks at you and gives you a very, very sweet smile as he like crosses his arms over his chest. Anyone who's ever seen Henry Cavill cross his arms over his chest with a bare chest, you all know the feeling. And yeah, he seems like an honest guy. Yeah,
Oh.
he seems
Oh
like you
yeah,
really
very
don't like
honest.
bandits. Yeah.
He's just this sweet, innocent farm boy with big, giant muscles and incredible stamina.
Wow. She just like can't help her gaze drift a little, and then like she just turns away. It's like it's definitely been more than 7 times. Okay, bye bye. And she's going to leave.
He kind of looks up to you as you start walking away. He's like, "Goodbye, mystery lady, whatever your name may be. I'll remember yellow hair 7 times. I remember yellow hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you can forget that. It's okay to forget things sometimes.
Oh, don't worry. I forget a whole lot of shit most days, but I'll remember you."
Oh, it's okay. And she's going.
Just starts fucking booking you.
Still walking and like yelling back the whole time. Please forget.
Please forget me.
Oh, beautiful. I'm assuming Cyril, you
even
also
think-
take after her.
He didn't even think about the scar.
Nope.
Like
No, he is a big, beautiful, dumb. I mean, we need to go.
hmm I always knew I said this before to Dakota, right? That I'm such, we're all such nice looking people.
Yes, we all are. How quickly can you run?
Not as fast as you, but I can do it.
Then we should. I don't think it was the town or the guild that wants us here.
Mm.
Someone else wants someone in this group here.
Mm. I still think that the sheriff is a little strange.
The sheriff is just an ass.
Could be. Just like those elves over there.
Exactly. I'm sure. I'm sure a couple rounds with Galmar, and he would probably feel better, feel a little bit more humble.
Hmm.
Fair.
But I fear that someone or something wants us here, or at least wants to draw adventurers to this place. Anyways, we have to go now. And he just starts taking off.
Oh, before I forget, for the future, Rue, you
Hmm.
have on any intelligence investigation or wisdom insight checks, you can roll d4 and add the number rolled to your total ability check. Anytime.
Oh, crap. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. So you
Thanks for
guys
the reminder.
you guys start fucking booking it. Now, how fast are you guys are like full speed sprinting or
If I full speed sprint, I'll get there a little bit sooner than her.
But she might forget where she's going if you leave her behind.
Right.
No, I'm sorry.
No. I'll I'll stay with her speed.
I have a map of where the tower is. You could I'd probably meet you there.
Mhm.
Sure.
She's still like getting maps and places that she needs to go to.
Okay.
And her survival's pretty high, so I think she can manage.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I think
Nice.
I don't think Cyril would leave her behind either way. He's going to make sure that she's with him the whole time.
Cool, cool.
Aw. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
So you guys run at what's effectively Rue's top speed. It's about an hour's distance away at absolute pretty much top speed for Rue, which honestly, she's able to keep up that pace better than Cyril is. Just because she stops thinking after a certain point. So her body doesn't necessarily hurt after she's done. It does, still weigh on her a little bit, but for Cyril, it'd be a little bit more effort, essentially. But you guys make it just all the way over there, probably in about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. So about half an hour or so. I would say that that whole interaction was done well before all this stuff happened. So they spent an hour walking. You guys started doing all the talking and stuff. So you guys actually arrive around 5 minutes after they gotten inside of the building, more or less. So you guys actually do hear the gunshot that goes off inside of the building, which is pretty neat.
Oh, that can't be good.
Oh. I hope that was our gun.
I'm assuming you guys just fucking book it inside.
I mean, there's a Gelmar just kicked the door in, didn't he, when he went inside?
Yeah. The door is just on.
No.
Unintentionally, but he technically tried to open it normally, but he accidentally broke a huge chunk off because it's so rotted.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going right in through the front door. I don't know if Rue's following right behind.
Yeah, she's just gonna follow right after. She not stopping.
So without breaking speed, you hear the gunshot as you're pretty much running into this little clearing, and you just full body check this rotten part of a door, and you slam your whole body into it, turning your head sideways so your horns actually fit through or your antlers fit through the hole. And yet, you guys, because of the placement that you guys are in, Cyril, you literally just slam into the door, like 2 feet away from where Gelmore and the black Dragonborn are. Yeah, like you literally slam into the door, wood bursting everywhere, and just Gelmore standing there right in front of you.
Am I safe in the assumption that I've already got the Dragonborn over my shoulder, or would that still be another few moments?
It would take them like a second to recognize you're holding something over your shoulder.
He's just like deep breathing, very clearly trying to calm himself down, but you can still definitely recognize the irritated look on his face. Takes him a minute to recognize as the rest of the group is here.
Oh.
Gelmar, is there something we should know?
We have found one of the unsavory individuals hiding out here. Did you hear him saying anything else incoherent? Do me a favor and slap him. On second thought, maybe not. If a punch was a threat, if one punch was a threat on his life, I wouldn't be surprised if a slap would snap his neck. Like he just says, showing or turning around, letting him see the black dragonborn.
He proceeds
Is there
to
He's a
spit at
very
Cyril.
bad man.
Is there anything about the attire that like I recognize, or
No. You would have vaguely over the last 2 decades heard of cloaked figures up in near where the dwarves are, but it's rumors beyond rumors. Like it's stuff that you would barely even register. Like, oh, he has a cloak on his figure, and he's bound up and it's a dragonborn. It's somewhere in the world. I'm sure they're there. I vaguely recall something when I was a kid, maybe adults, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know.
All right, no, that's fine.
Well, all
Is
right.
this
Oh, is that Cyril?
so? Who is this? Like, I'm not
Um,
even. I don't even care that he spat on me. I've had worse bodily fluids fly all over the place.
Above game, do I even know the actual name of this guy's organization?
Not in the slightest, no.
Wish I knew. Last time I saw another guy with his attire, he abducted my sister and tried to take me with him, for that matter.
Oh, I see. So I'm gonna sort of like lean down. I'm gonna sort of like get eye level with this guy, and I'm gonna try and get his name. So just gonna.
Oh.
What is your name?
Again, he just kind of spits on your mask.
Ania will go up around and observe him for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's going to lean in a little bit. I assume, well, Gilmar's kind of tall, so she doesn't lean in. She just looks up at him. And she's going to ask in a slightly off cadence. Like, she's still happy, but it's a fake happy. And she's like,
Do you have a queen by chance?
A queen.
and she's going to... Mhm. And she's going to do an insight on reaction.
Okay. Feel free.
Okay.
He looks genuinely confused at the concept of that. You can kind of sort of tell he's not sure what you mean by queen exactly. In his, like, you can kind of see his brain kind of gears turning, and like for a moment he like squints his eyes a little bit, and it's like he's thinking Tiamat. And then, obviously you can kind of see the answer is a solid no from his facial expression.
Okay, Anya backs off. And offers no explanation as to why she said that unless someone asks.
Just seems confused.
Okay.
Right.
Well, it's too bad I don't have Zone of Truth right now. But I do have Spare the Dying. You could hit him really hard and I could save him from death.
Oh, that's good.
Oh no, I
to know.
think he was telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
That's
Jesus
good to know.
Christ.
She kicks a pebble.
I want to kill him.
That's good to know. And Sarah, so when he's so as soon as he hears that she has Spare the Dying, he's going to just nod, and he's just gonna slap this guy across the face.
Jesus.
But here's the fun part. I'm gonna pump a smite in it.
Oh,
Whoa.
no.
This man's gonna die, isn't he?
Oh, God. It's
It's
okay,
very
guys.
possible.
It's okay.
He's got 10 HP.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Let me see that painful smackums. He will be missed. Rest in peace.
Do better than 10, please. Please.
Forget how you actually.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you
So should I roll to hit or?
go. No, he's bound up. You just roll damage.
I'm just gonna roll the smite because
More than 10.
there we go. It's not much, which is fine, and it's just gonna you hear this like loud crack, and there's no flash. There's no there's no explosion from it. There's just this big bloom of briars and moss that wraps around his head and just spikes right into the sides. Now I want you to know, the more I do this, the more they take root.
He will once again spit in your face.
Okay. And I'm
Aren't you
gonna...
supposed to ask a question?
That's fine.
Nah, one more time.
I love the
Jesus
good guys
Christ.
interrogating this guy.
Who do you work for?
We are one, for we are many.
Just as meaningless
So
You mentioned
you're
something
a-
about a
the
Hydra.
first time you said that.
Y'all, I'm just gonna say here, I'm not sure scaring him is gonna get much nowhere. I'm pretty sure the man wants to die.
Cyril, you do see Dakota about probably 30, 40 feet above you, like leaning over, probably holding on to the weird staircase thing. You do not see Sapphire, though.
By the way, hi, Cyril. Hi, sir.
Dakota, it's nice to see you. Let's see.
Cool. You guys will hear a rumbling, though. A rumbling from above you.
To look up.
Don't see anything. Though I will say this weird skylight up here is actually a massive, probably 20-foot diameter hole.
You know, I think we've gotten more than we came here for already. Why don't we bring him to see the sheriff?
Agreed.
I get
Good
the
idea.
feeling between you and our sheriff's glittering personality. I get the feeling someone can get some answers.
Well, perhaps from his partner. We did hear someone else scurrying around up here.
Yes, but they already know we're all here.
What do you mean? He says, trying to give you a wink.
Uh,
He's trying to pull a bluff. They don't know how many there are of us.
It's true. Dakota, do you mention the fact that Sapphire's not near you? Because
Huh? No, it doesn't occur to him.
Fair enough. Yeah, all right. So what's your guys' plan right now?
Give him one more hit, and I'll spare the dying, so he stays unconscious.
Sure. And this time I'm gonna actually take the the broadside of my glaive and just smack him across the head with it.
Pretty much do enough damage to knock him out, and then spare the dying.
Yep.
Oh well, he's not dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
just as
good.
she goes,
Uh,
when she goes to do spare the dying, she sees like this like she sees this like slight growth start to take over, but as soon as she spares the dying, it recedes and just sort of like shrivels away.
Fair enough.
oh.
Oh, do we want to flavor your smite as necrotic rather than radiant, by the way?
We can.
Feels a little bit more fitting, I think. So we'll do
Yeah.
Oh.
that. Okay.
Would she
yeah.
be able to feel that if her tummy
You
is
would,
doing something?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically the opposite of your magic, and it is not pleasant.
She'll blink.
Yeah, there's this like
She's gonna just keep
molding.
doing what she's doing.
There's this like molding fungal growth that starts to attempt to take over, but once you've spared the dying, it just recedes.
She definitely takes note of that, but she'll just keep on doing since she trusts her team. She's like, oh well, no matter to me.
Cool. Okay. All right. So, you guys are missing Sapphire at the moment. Does anyone want to figure out that, or is it not on your guys' mind at the moment?
I mean,
think-
I kind of want to reconverge with the rest of the group if we're planning to leave this soon.
Right, like we get. I get the feeling we all get outside, and one of us does a head.
No, Ania's aware and does try to look around before they leave, but
Mhm.
she's not saying anything because she doesn't want to blow Sapphire's cover, but she's not sure if Sapphire's okay or not.
Fair. So in that case, I will leave you guys this scene with this. Ignore the zones for right now. I don't want to have to erase them and then remake them because it's a pain in the fucking ass. So this is what the top of the area looks like. We're going to have Sapphire right here. Now you are invisible, so don't worry too much about that. You're walking up the stairs, completely invisible, and you know someone's up here already, but you can't see anyone as you come up. It has started to rain. So the clouds have started to darken, the rain is slowly starting to fall onto the ground, muffling a lot of footsteps, muffling a lot of other sounds. It's starting to get a lot darker, you can't see a whole lot going on. What you can see, this is a dead body of a ogre. They are currently just splayed out on the ground, missing several chunks. You've not seen an ogre in person before, so you're not 100% certain of most of the stuff there, but they're missing a lot, and it's a bad smell. You assume there's a bow up here, but you can't really see any other bodies, which is really weird to you. There is a zone up here, which you kind of get in your head like, oh, that's a spot I could climb up to for range. Where you are is nothing. But you do see across the area, there's a guy who is currently chanting. He is holding his hand over a necklace of sorts and chanting, kind of holding his hand out. Even you, who you don't have much experience with most normal types of magic, as most of your magic comes from a Feyland, you can feel the sheer necrotic energy that is slowly flowing through the air. It is distinctly uncomfortable for you. And you're seeing this. As you're seeing this, you feel the ground start to shake a little bit under you. It starts to shake a little bit because the ogre, the dead, just missing several inside pieces ogre, starts to stand up and becomes an ogre zombie.
What?
As it stands up. It also is not just a large ogre zombie. Nah. This is I believe the term is huge. Is it? Oh yeah, it's a huge ogre zombie, who I don't know how to change the sizing for, but you guys get the point. It's big. It's big. Oh, maybe I can do 3x3. I think is huge. There you go. So as it stands up, several pieces that were under it, weird arms, legs, body parts, several skulls, just kind of fuse into its body as it kind of stands up, groaning as this guy smiles as he looks at it. And that's currently what is directly above you guys. So, as where we're going to leave off with this session. You are, Dakota, you are hearing some groaning noises, by the way, up the stairs, just so you are aware, as the roof starts to creak a little bit. The rain is also flowing through that large hole, by the by, and is pouring into the main area, which is starting to hit some of the torches. Not quite enough to turn it off just yet. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, hit that follow button. Go check our various other content or whatever we do. If you guys want to stay up to date, feel free to pop over to our Discord, where we will tell you guys if we are streaming, if we're not. That's how you spell socials. And as always, go check out Storyestry as well. She does videos on her own channel, and they're really, really cool and super peaceful to listen to. So. And yeah, we'll see all of you fine folks, I believe, tomorrow for some Elden Ring about 7 o'clock p.m. PST. And hopefully you guys all really enjoyed. All right, have a good night. Bye.
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 Have a good one.
I have to head
Bye.
out now.